How's everybody? Welcome to the show. This is our final show of the night, so we're gonna take this thing all the way to the end. So it's gonna be a monster show. But it's only gonna be a monster show if you help us. So good to see everybody. We got some special guests tonight that are gonna stop by. We got Victor in the house, so we're gonna get Victor on live. David, good to see you. Kelly, Joe, can you all share this? Let's get this party going. I'm going to get everything set up. Can you tell me how does everything look? I'm missing a couple phones. Just bear with me. I'm getting everything underway here. We're getting the show started. Thanks for being here. I'm going to shout everybody out. Can you drop your town in the comments when you share? Drop a 5. Appreciate you being here. We're with TC Backer Construction. We're at the home show. And we're excited. This is Harrisburg. We're here till 8. So if you can get out, come on out. We're going to be here tomorrow, 10 to 6. Love to have you. Dover, Chris in the house. Dave, thanks for sharing. Come on, let's get this going. Let's make it happen. Let's pound this out. Let's make the end of the show the best of the show. David, thank you. Kelly, thank you. Let's put our towns. Let's share this out. Let's show people that we are the Bad News Bears and we're going to win. We're going to win together. Everyone's been counted out, but we're going to count each other in. If you're looking for a sales job, if you're looking for some work on your home, if you're looking to be a teacher, if you're looking to be a salesperson, let's go, let's step up. Good to see everybody. Thank you, David. I appreciate your feedback. Allied Maintenance, David, you got to get the first TC Backer behind the tool belt. They got to give you the first shirt. So good to see everybody. Thanks for being here. So let's see if we're going to get some TC Backer on tonight. Let's see who's coming in from TC Backer. So hopefully we're going to get a couple people over here. If not, I know Victor, if you're watching, come on. Let's get you on the air. We're going to get Race Car Bob on the show. What's up? Good to see everyone. We appreciate you all. God bless you all. It's good to see everybody. Colin, Zion's View, good to see you. Colin Cross, good to see you. Appreciate all of you. Drop a 5 when you share. So what's our fun comments? I've had a bad food day today. I've not eaten really good food today. I mean, the quality of the people making this food has not been good. Last night was good. Tonight, not so much. The cheesesteak truck was broken down. They didn't have no cheesesteaks. Ty Cobb is in the house. What is going on, Ty? So let's do this marathon thing, Ty. Let's get on here. Let's smash it. Let's knock it out of the park. We need your help. Because I believe that we're going to smash it out of the park tonight. We're going to show people that the power of the people is in this phone. And it's in our spirit. And our spirit says, let's rise together. We can all do well. We can all do well. Anderson Car Wash, don't drive dirty. I was craving a cheesesteak. Don't come here to get a cheesesteak because it's shut down. But come here to see us. We'll go out afterwards and get cheesesteaks. Come on down. We'd love to see you. Share and invite. We're going to be here 10 to 6 tomorrow. Let's get the watch parties going. Watch party alert. We have a watch party alert. Look, you know what I'd love to show them? I'd love to show everyone that you all are so powerful and we are through God that we can bring more people on tonight's show that will actually walk through here. Let's show them that we have the power of the people with the man above. Let's do this thing. You've all been counted. I'm not the only one that got counted out. Come on, let's band together. Let's make it happen. So, TC Backer. Let's talk a little bit about TC Backer. I think Denny would be a great salesman for the company. I think Denny would be a great salesman for the company too. If you think so, I think so. Look, 3, 2, 1, gutter, done. Oh, we got Baker.
What up, man?
Breaker.
I think Todd's coming in here too, bro.
Nice. Oh, we're getting a full house.
I think so. He's out smoking right now.
All right.
He's about to pop in here.
Nice. Well, if you guys can move that monitor, whatever you want. Good to see you.
All right.
Chandra,
down here.
Thanks for sharing. Chandra Lee. God bless you. Thank you for sharing. We appreciate it. If you have a business, post your business. If you met us from the home show, put the you met us on the home show. If you're in a group, share it to them. Let's have fun together. Like imagine you're at home. I don't know where you are, but you're on your phone and you're connected with us. I mean connected. You know how many people we meet that we saw on social media and now we're friends? Victor's here today. He got a big old hug, him and his wife. We just went and ate together. Danielle, good to see you. Can we have a share party? Who you sharing for? The whole human race.
Yeah, man. Kelly Joe's in the house. What's up, Kelly?
Who's bringing hustle muscle? Look, at the end of the day, you know how many people are laying off and they're tired? Are you guys going to lay in or lay off? Laying in? These guys are laying in.
It's all gas.
Man, all gas.
Man, we're just getting started here, bro.
Look,
everyone else is dying down here. We're just getting started.
Yeah,
that's right. The truth, though.
It is.
How about if we walk by? I mean, you guys are like the biggest, baddest dudes.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
Not like per se, like you're all.
I was happy with the way our performance was here compared to everybody else.
Yeah, we've been
electric.
Yeah. We've been killing it, dude. We've been killing it.
Yeah.
Coming on to say hi. Tell Victor we're waiting for him. Okay, nice. Good to see you. Good to see everyone share, man.
Michael Hanscom in the house.
Yeah,
What's
Mike
up, Michael?
Denny's up here.
Mike, I got some questions about my taxes, man. I do my own taxes, but I got some vehicle expense. I got to figure out how I can incorporate. So I might be calling you here to pick your brain a little bit.
Oh, we don't have any sun in our eyes.
I know, it's great.
That's nice.
Great.
So we don't want to be live tomorrow during that whatever time it was. We'll have to look at that show.
What time was that?
It was about
3 or 4 o'clock.
4 o'clock.
No, it was earlier than that. It was like 2:33 o'clock, something like that.
So we want to see that time. That sun was brutal.
Right.
That was interesting.
Bobby Witt back from Cumberland.
Bobby Witt. Good to see you, man.
See you, buddy.
Great time last night. You gonna come say hi?
Yeah, everyone, please share this page.
Yeah.
Share this video out.
Come and say hi.
They gave us little tickets.
Oh, good.
Oh, you got tickets?
Yeah, so I can go with some.
Good job.
Nice.
Yeah.
Awesome.
And we parked.
Great.
Awesome. Good to see everybody. How are you
Kelly,
doing?
I got the contract this morning. Kim printed it out. She'll have it ready for me to fill out on Monday.
Yep.
What's up, Bobby
Come
Witt?
this way. Come around this way. Just come around the cameras. And then just come right to here. So I'm Shane. Very nice to meet you. Nice to meet you. So
Nice to meet
sit down.
you.
So how long have you been in? You're a tradesman?
I'm over with the horse for an expert.
Oh, so you're over with the horses. I saw you had construction on here.
I'm doing barn. I build barn.
You build barns. How long have you been a barn builder?
22 years.
22 years. What area do you build barns in?
So most of Chester County, Lancaster.
Okay, I grew up in Chester County. So you know, I grew up in Chester County, grew up in Lionville, down in town.
I live in Parksburg.
I know Parksburg. So my sister runs Iron Spring Farms. Oh,
My sister was on.
You know Iron Spring Farm, right?
I'm working on Iron Spring Farm now.
Yeah, that's a pretty big farm, isn't it?
My friend.
Yeah. So yeah, Maggie McGarry, my sister, she runs that. That's Mary Alice's. She's one of the heirs that came to see. It's a big breeding farm. I'll tell you, one of the biggest, isn't it? They got a full setup down in Florida, full setup here. They ship the horses.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
That's very cool.
They have
Small world, man.
Yeah, German, Dutch warm bloods.
Ryan Roof's in the house. He's coming up tomorrow, right?
Yeah, he'll be here.
He's going to make a special appearance on the show out here.
Yeah, he will.
Are you on social media at all?
Yeah.
So,
We'll get pictures
that's where
taken with him in
everybody
front of his go-kart.
Like right now, we
Yeah.
have 37 people watching us. So let me ask you a question, right? You've
Breaking
seen
stuff.
over time things
I'll
change.
pay $4
Where's
for this
the phone
Coke.
book now?
Is it the best Coke you ever had?
No.
Isn't that
No.
crazy?
Nope. Tastes like the same one I get out of my fridge, bro.
Really?
What makes you want to come on? Just the energy?
So what else is going on up here? What did you get? You sampled some wine?
doing a live
or-
show.
Yeah, man, I got some dill pickle 70 proof liquor for my wife.
Nice.
I sampled that. It tasted like pickle juice, so she's gonna love it.
Good.
She's one of those weirdos that like she eats all the pickles out of the container and then she leaves the pickle jar empty with the juice in there and just like sips it.
Nice.
And I'm like, I think it's weird, but she loves
I
it.
think
So
I did that back when I was like 12 years old.
Chris Mendez,
And cheese.
backstep bandit.
Three of us brothers.
That's
I
right.
almost messed up there.
Yeah, man. That's scary. I won't even try to say it. Nine house. I'll leave it at nine house.
Nine house in the house.
That's right. Yes,
Yeah,
sir.
remember guys, if you see any kind of TC Backer stuff out there, any kind of Horizon Lawns, hashtag behind the tool belt or hashtag weatherbuster, send it to us,
Hey,
we'll
man.
give you something.
Old school. Him and his brothers all.
Hey, man. Nice to meet you, too. Yes, you too. Thanks for coming on the show.
Nice to meet you. Very nice to meet you.
Barn builder. Morris and Teddy.
Nothing wrong with that.
Nice to meet you. So
Thank you for that, Kelly. Thank you.
Are you guys on Facebook at all?
Yeah.
Okay. So if you can follow TC Backer on Facebook, don't cross there yet. Follow TC Backer. and you'll see you're on today.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
And
Like
listen, we all want to help each other do better,
that's right.
Thank you.
right? It's a biblical thing.
That's right.
It
Right,
is.
so we can push each other in innovation. You can teach us something, we can teach you something,
Yeah.
and we can have a better community.
Jenny.
That's right, yeah.
So-
So I came over from there to get ideas at the home show.
Okay. As a barn builder, so he's over
Yeah,
with the
man.
horses.
Oh.
I'm trying, yeah, right.
Yeah.
I came
So-
over for ideas and inspiration. I guess.
Yeah, absolutely. You need
So
something
thank
to,
you.
to
Yeah,
inspire
no,
you.
that's awesome.
For sure.
Well, we appreciate you. Follow
Yep.
us on Facebook so we can
Alright.
stay friends.
All right.
Yeah.
God
right.
bless you.
Yep. See you, bud.
Bless you guys.
Have a
Thank
good
you.
weekend. So what else is going on? What's
We're
happening?
man, we're excited to be here. I mean, you guys have just done an amazing community awareness about the trades.
Thank you. Thank
Yeah.
you. You know what's funny about that is I had a conversation with your mom this morning. She's at the office working. Her and
My
Kim-
mama.
Yep, your mama, Donnie. And, she said how amazing it is that we are changing people's lives one roof at a time. And I never really looked at it that way before.
Yeah.
You know,
Yeah, it's true. On both ends of the field. You know what I mean? You know, not only are we helping out the people that we're putting the roof on for, but we're helping out the people that work in the factories manufacturing the shingles. We're helping out the people that, you know, are making the felt that we're putting on. We're helping
Yeah.
out the
Hi,
families of the
Madison.
people that are installing the roofs.
think about the truck
you know,
drivers.
yeah, the truck drivers that are delivering the goods. Like,
Yeah, the ripple effect.
yeah, man, it goes full circle.
The
You
ripple
know?
effect. And think about this, Dave. Okay, so this yesterday, 2 days ago, I think we had a bad windstorm. So our phone was ringing. So of course, Dave took it upon himself this morning. The first thing he went out to do for a gentleman was go out there and waterproof his roof. He had shingles, like huge areas of shingles blow off his roof.
Yeah, I've
Dave
seen
was out
pictures,
there
man.
this morning, water tighting this guy's house for him.
Right, before he came in here and worked the whole show.
Yeah,
So.
yeah, exactly. I mean, so we are changing people's lives.
Yeah, dude.
You know, for the better. We're giving them peace of mind. We're helping them, walking them through the insurance process.
Right.
You know, when there is storm damage.
Don't touch my truck.
You know, and there's a lot of things that the insurance companies, like, sometimes the insurance companies don't want to pay enough money for the claim. Like, they're just not paying enough money for the claim. Well, with us having the experience that we have with the insurance adjuster and stuff, and educating them.
Well, you guys do a
the
lot of
insurance
education,
adjuster.
I've heard you say.
Yes.
Yes.
So we educate them, like, look, the codes aren't the same as they were when this roof was first installed. We have to use different products, different materials, different flashing,
So
ice
the
and water,
value goes up in the roof.
underlayments.
Absolutely.
Yeah. So the cost of the roof cost 10 years ago to install isn't the same as today.
Right.
So
Right.
we have to educate
That's good
them.
that you take the time, because a lot of people just say, you know what, this isn't going to work out. I can't
Right.
work with
Yeah,
it.
right. Because
Right.
a lot of people, we show up at their place, they're like, well, the insurance gave us XYZ amount of dollars. Well, we're like, that's not going to cut it. So we have to come in and do
Some
supplements.
people would give up at that point.
Yeah,
Yeah,
some
They'd be
people-
like,
what I'm
oh, I
saying, a
guess
lot
we
of
can't do
people.
it. You know what I mean?
Exactly.
A lot
Dave
of
has the
people are-
experience to look into that and dissect that further.
Exactly.
And say, well, you know, like you said, the codes could be different.
Yes.
They require us to change something, you know?
Yeah.
And it's the same thing as, like, you know, when you go to tear apart a house, when you're flipping a house, you know, if you got that old knob and tube wire,
Yes.
you know, as
Yeah,
soon as you
codes.
expose that, you
Yeah.
got to replace the whole thing, because it was grandfathered in, but now as soon as you're making a change to something,
Upgrades.
the whole thing's got to be changed.
Yeah.
So
Exactly.
it's the same thing with the roof. you
Yeah,
know?
exactly. Same thing with the roof.
Being able to recognize that and point that out, you know, is
Yeah.
big, man. It takes
You know,
experience.
and the way we have to install things per manufacturer specs, we can't cut corners. We're
Right.
expected to
Oh,
be a
because then the
GAF.
warranty won't.
Yeah,
GAF,
the,
man.
yeah,
Yeah.
we can't cut corners.
So you couldn't say, I'll do it for this price, because you can't. It won't allow us.
Exactly.
The products won't. The whole method
It
of
will avoid the
installation.
warranty of the manufacturer.
Yeah.
Right.
And
So-
our workmanship warranty.
Right.
We just don't cut corners.
right.
So, well, that's important. So it's nice that you guys work with. So will you guys come up and inspect someone's house and do a inspection? A lot of people don't even know they have damage because they don't know what it looks like.
Yeah.
Exactly.
I wish I would have taken pictures on North Front Street. I'm going to call it Shingle Island, because it's all three tabs, and I saw missing ones, and it's crazy. I'm like, all right, now I'm looking at roofs all the time, and I see these missing shingles, and people don't know.
Yeah.
I'd love to get some pictures of missing shingles when we go out. If you can get people to send you pictures,
Yeah.
and then we start showing people. I'd like to show them what it looks like because I saw it today.
Yeah.
I looked out there and I didn't realize how many 3-tab shingles are out there.
Yeah, we can give examples of what they can start looking for.
Yeah,
when
because
it
it
comes
would
to
be good
storm
for
damage.
people, I think, to say, I didn't even know to look for that.
Exactly.
So let's show them what to look for. What do you think? What do you think about that?
No, that's
Yeah,
good, man.
No, that's good.
All right,
That's
cool. And then if your guys and gals are out, if you could ask them
Yeah.
to take pictures and just
Yeah.
message it to you, and
Yeah.
we'll take out the ones that we want.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Dave actually got some good pictures today of some delaminated shingles. I know
Yes.
we've been talking about that the last couple days, and it's really hard to understand what that means if you don't know, the design of an architectural shingle. It's
Right.
hard to explain how the two layers can slide apart.
Yeah.
But he has some fantastic pictures. I wish
Yeah,
that we had them,
perfect example.
but it happens, man. And some people might not understand what that is because you can still technically see the shingle up there, but it just looks different.
It does. Yes.
And it doesn't look blown off.
No.
It's not technically blown off. It's delaminated.
Exactly.
So that may prevent someone from calling in and saying that they have a problem because they might not realize that they have a problem. But that's a major problem.
Exactly.
So what are some repair jobs? What's like a threshold between a repair and a replacement?
I mean, that just all depends on the situation. There comes
Rock, D's Travel, good to see
there
you.
comes a point in time where it doesn't make sense to repair.
Yeah.
It's the same thing with you wreck your car.
Yeah.
There's a threshold that you're going to reach that's going to say it makes sense to do the repair, and then as soon as you exceed that threshold, it's total.
Yeah.
You need to get a new car.
Yeah, if you have a newer roof, you can still experience storm damage
Jana.
where it would only require a repair.
Right.
If you have an older roof, and if we try to repair it, sometimes when you go to try to repair it, you make matters worse because
Absolutely, man.
because you can't just get in to get that one shingle out. You
Right.
actually have to, by the time you mess with this shingle, you break 3 or 4
Right,
other
they're
shingles
brittle.
around that
They're brittle.
area. So when your roof gets to that point where it's, it's pretty much, dry rotted, and usually due to poor ventilation, that's why you don't get the full life expectancy out of your shingle because of poor ventilation.
Right.
At that point in time, then we got to sit down and assess it and come up with a way that it's financially possible for someone to get a new roof. But if we, by all means, if we can repair it, we definitely go over and beyond to try to make the correct repairs.
Yeah.
How about the old putting layer on top of layer? I mean, does that ever stop or what? I mean, you still see people
Listen,
putting layers
as
on. I mean, that's gotta
as
be like the
GAF
worst thing you
certified
could do.
contractors, man, we can't do that. I mean, we can,
So
but
that
we
means that
can't.
people
We
shouldn't be
can't
doing
do
it
that, and
properly.
in the same breath, offer you a lifetime warranty on your roof.
Yeah.
It's got to be a
It's
fresh
gotta be
install.
bad for the roof. When they engineered the house, it wasn't meant for all that extra.
And see, this is the thing nobody thinks about is, okay, typically what happens is, okay,
Jana.
you'll come
Jana.
across
I
a
said
roof
Jana,
that's
right?
got 1 or 2, sometimes even 3 layers on it. Well, if you look at how old the actual home is, and you look at the layers of shingles, you probably have 75 years worth of shingles on a 50-year-old home.
Victor.
The reason why they're not lasting, and I keep going back to this, is due to poor ventilation.
Ventilation,
Yeah,
so
so they're just throwing a Band-Aid over top of a Band-Aid over top of a Band-Aid, but they're not
Yeah.
even correcting the problem to begin with.
Yeah.
So someone probably got a price tag the work they want.
Yeah.
Yes.
They should have got.
Yeah,
Right.
And the bottom line is, if they would have actually looked at the first layer of shingles that were on their house, they probably had storm damage all along, and was able to get
Right.
a new roof through an insurance claim.
Right. I mean, and also you also want to look at it like this too. You get 2 to 3 layers of roofing material on there. The nails that you're going to use are going to only be attached, fastened to one of the layers of the roof.
Exactly.
You're not even going to hit some of the studding, some of the framing
Right.
that actually you need to hold the roof on.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
you're relying on the very first.
I didn't know about
Yeah,
that.
the nails for the
hold,
nail
man.
gun, they don't even make them long enough to get through 2 or 3 layers of shingles. You have to pierce the OSB or the sheeting, whatever type of sheeting, you have to pierce it. It has to go through and stick out the other end.
Right. Right.
So,
Wow, so
yeah,
that's-
the
I
nails
didn't
won't
even
even
think about
attach to
that.
anything. Yeah, because you got to go through
So
all
what do
those
they
layers
do
of
then? They're
shingles.
just doing. I mean, that's just terrible.
It's
Right.
terrible workmanship.
Right.
Yeah.
For someone to offer that as a solution is you should be asking
should not do
questions
it.
to your contractor,
You should not do it. Yeah.
right?
Exactly. honestly, you're only going to save somewhere. I think the average is somewhere between $1,000 and $2,000 anyhow, and usually that's not even due to labor. It's because of the trash.
Right.
You know what I mean? It's
Yeah,
not
it's
really that
cleanup.
much more expensive for us.
Shingle
to
tear offs is messy, man. It's
Yeah.
messy.
Yeah.
It's messy. If you're a neat freak, you get home in the middle of a shingle tear off, you're probably going to have a panic attack.
Lou Rivera, Councilman Lou Rivera.
It's very messy. You know, especially if you got a 20, 25, 30-year-old roof up there that you're tearing off.
Yeah.
There's going to be little tiny pieces.
Brittany, good to see you.
What's up, Brittany?
We got
you're
Victor
gonna have little
in the
tiny,
house, so we
little
have
tiny
social
pieces
media
of
becoming
felt
social.
paper.
Come on, Victor. Come around this way. Come
Yeah,
sit
come
in the
on,
seat.
come on in,
Come
Victor.
and say hi. We'll put you here. I'll stand next to you.
Victor's a constant watcher, man. He watches us. He supports us nonstop.
Vic is a small business owner.
Yeah, he does.
Himself?
He did all the security systems at our new shop. So
Yep.
what's going on, man? Hey, good to see you. Good to finally have a face. All the people can see the
Oh, we got
face
a
here.
face to it.
Yeah.
Now we got a face.
That's right.
Yeah,
Vic, the man, the myth, the legend.
Good to
Right?
see you, bro. Good to see you. We got a full house.
Yeah, we do.
This is nice. It's amazing environment that
Yeah.
that we have all built together as participants.
Yeah.
And when you share, you become it, right? Would I've known 2 weeks ago or 3 weeks ago that I'd be eating with Victor and his wife? Like, how awesome. I'm
Right.
just saying,
Yeah.
if you think about the reality of power of social media,
Yes, for
right?
sure.
I'm helping him with other stuff. We're sitting here, we ate together, him and his wife and I. I mean, that's all from the phone. Like, we would have never met. I wouldn't have met you.
Yeah.
And now we got to hang out. I mean, like through the power of social media.
That's
I mean,
what I was
have
just
a lot of
thinking.
People, but I like
The power
like
of
I've
social
known them
media.
forever. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
The apple don't fall far from the tree, there, Brittany.
When you share and you comment, there's an energy involved in that. You know, and it's a connection.
Absolutely.
And
Yeah.
we all know how hard it is to go through life every day. And then a lot of us are business owners. We're trying to make sure that we can make sure that people have good paychecks at the end of the
Yeah,
week.
absolutely.
That communities. I was talking to some law enforcement today, and they said, "Listen, you small business owners are how we get most of our funds."
Yeah, the backbone of
You
this
know what I
country.
mean? So we need to
Yeah.
keep rowing this boat together.
Cody.
If someone's putting
Cody.
it
Cody
together,
Rogers.
find a new
Hope your
boat.
shoulder's doing okay, buddy.
So tell them what you do, Victor.
Yeah, tell us about yourself, buddy.
Well, we install all sorts of security systems. We do bird, we do fire, we do access control, we do CCTV camera systems. We do it commercially, we do it residentially. I've been doing this now for 36 years.
Yeah.
So, yeah. it's,
What's some of the biggest challenges that you come across in your industry, man?
in our industry, I hear you guys talk about it all the time, man. It's finding people that we can build from the grassroots effort, man. Train them from the ground up.
Right.
You know, give them the basics, give them the foundation.
And someone that wants to work.
Absolutely.
That wants to learn. That's hungry for the
Absolutely.
knowledge.
Yeah,
that
because-
they're hard to find.
Yeah,
man.
it is, and it's it's not an easy industry. We're more of a specialty than anything else. You
Right.
know, and I think for us that's our biggest hurdle at this point.
Just finding good help.
Yeah.
And that's huge, man. Because in order to expand your industry, expand your business, you got to have people that you can rely on. Because
Absolutely.
I mean, he'll tell you, as the owner, everything means the most to you.
Mm-hmm.
You know, but you have to rely on other people if you're going to expand, because you can't do it all by yourself.
Right. And that's the other thing. Is the buck stops with me now.
Right.
I mean, I have a lot of experience doing this, and I've been, started from just running wire, went into office positions, project management, estimating, pretty much covered it all except for sales.
Right.
It's just not my forte.
Yeah.
But somebody to bring in and invest the time,
Right.
To train them properly. Because we got a lot of coaches to follow too, just like you guys do.
Right, and it's ever changing, ever evolving.
absolutely.
The more technology comes
Yeah,
out.
the
I mean, you
technology.
guys probably have it way worse than we do.
Probably.
I mean, all the different stuff that
sure.
they're coming out with. I mean, their new security systems are coming out every day.
Smart homes.
6
Right.
months to a year, what's installed now is almost obsolete.
Yeah,
It's crazy
that's
how
crazy,
fast
man.
it changes, and
Yeah.
and it's my responsibility to keep up on that as
Yeah.
the owner of the
So it's
company.
conversation.
Yes, that's huge, man.
Yeah.
That's huge. You got to constantly train your craft, man.
Yeah.
It's the same thing with like athletes. They don't just get out of high school and they're good at basketball and then they're just good at basketball the rest of their life.
Right.
They're still putting in the hours. They're shooting in the gym every day.
Exactly.
You gotta practice your craft. You gotta hone your craft. It's very important.
Yeah, So what projects have you worked on? What do you do? Where do you work?
Well, right now I'm working for a company that does national accounts for major, Lowe's, Old Navy.
Nice.
We handle their national accounts for this region, Pennsylvania. And our region pretty much covers anything from New York area to State College, out towards Philadelphia. So we do a lot of traveling.
Nice. You got to go where the work is.
Yeah,
man,
what are you doing there?
The Lowe's is in the process right now of doing an upgrade on all their stores, their security systems.
Their security, like the cameras and alarm systems.
Yeah,
and
they've
stuff
got
like
some.
that.
They've got some stuff that hasn't been upgraded for a while.
Yeah.
So we are going in, installing all new equipment: fire alarm, burglar alarm, their gate controls, their mag locks, everything else. Once that's completed, we rip out the old stuff, and we move on.
Yeah.
So and it's been a big undertaking.
Yeah,
to say the least.
I bet. Go in there and tear everything out and leave them without security for a month until they're all set up. Yeah.
And that's some of the hurdles. It's like, okay, so how do we approach this? You know what I mean? The system's in, we got to leave them protected. So we basically look at it as we're putting in a new system next to the old system, and you got to kind of stay focused on that because, the customer, who would be Lowe's, would be the managers. They get a little hairy because, the old system goes into trouble, and I'm sure you guys understand, it's my responsibility as the owner, and me being on site, or whoever's on site, is to educate them.
Yeah.
Say, look, you're going to have, this is what you're going to run into. Because then it puts them at ease.
Yeah.
They're
Absolutely.
not on the phone calling going, hey, what's going,
Yeah.
And
that's actually kind of eye-opening to me personally just now. So you got all this big business going on. And I know for a fact that, if we ever need you, us, little TC Backer in Dover,
right.
we call you and you got us right away.
Absolutely,
and even though you have all these big clients going on, you still don't forget about the little guys too.
And that's something.
And that's big, man.
Yeah, and that's something we're working on. We want to get more locally. We want to focus on our community, which is the Dover, York area. Expand into that area.
Right.
Residential. We offer a lot of services. One of my biggest things, my biggest goals for all of this is we offer what's called PEERS. It's a personal emergency response system. Basically what that is for the elderly or someone that's handicapped or disabled, they can wear a brace. It gives them fall protection. If something happens, they have a button they can push. I'm sure you guys seen it. I'll fall and I can't get up.
Yeah.
Well, it's going way beyond that.
I believe it.
Yeah,
I believe it.
If somebody's, if you got a parent that's older that you can't be with 24/7, they're in the shower, they fall, this bracelet picks it up. The person comes out, they get on the intercom with them. If they don't hear them, they dial 911 immediately.
Wow.
So for the caretakers out there, it's important. I think that's important for me because I have an elderly parent who's still alive and he's getting older by the day.
Yeah, and you can't be there all the time to keep an eye on it.
Right. And you make yourself comfortable.
That carpet's kind of new. It's probably comfortable, actually. What's up, Steph? What's up, Jared? We got Jared in the house. He's actually a CO at York County Prison. He puts a lot of hours in. He's on the CERT team. He does a lot in there. He's a good dude. I've known him for a very long time.
My son's on the CERT team there too.
Oh, word? Who's your son?
Mel Stinsko.
Do you know him, Jared? That's one of my very, very good friends. I've known him since back in high school days, man. He's a good dude. But yeah, no, that's awesome, man. That's awesome. So how what's involved with getting one of those systems up and running? Like if I wanted to get that for my grandma,
if you gave me a call, we come out, we look at the house, just kind of look at where she would spend most of her time. Really, it's really not hard to hook up. Probably take an hour or two to do. Get it connected with the central station. Make sure that they're communicating. She can actually have a list of family members that they will call. For anything. It could be for whatever reason. She just wants to talk to someone. She can hit that button and say, hey, can you call Chris for me?
Yeah.
Absolutely, we'll get them on the phone. So it's more than just the emergency thing.
Yeah.
It's more, my dad, he lives alone. He kind of gets lonely sometimes. He wants to talk to people.
Yeah.
That's what they're about.
Right.
They're just there to help.
So
That's
who
awesome.
does it like where does it
It's-
go
We're connected with a central station facility out of Lancaster, so they're local also. It's monitored 24/7. There's somebody always there ready to pick up, the phone, the intercom, and talk to them.
Gotcha. Okay, so they can actually speak to them like, are
Yep.
you okay?
Yep.
Or have you fallen? And then I guess if no one responds, they'll dispatch 911 or
absolutely
something, or
immediately
call the
Yep.
the children of
Yep.
that parent and say, hey,
Yeah.
we think there's an issue.
Yeah.
Oh,
It's kind of
that's
like,
cool, man.
well, burglar alarms and fire alarms are the same way with the monitoring. You have a list of people. They call it a call list. If the alarm goes in your house, they're going to call you, say, hey, are you home? What's going on? No, I'm not. Well, your alarm went off. We're dispatching police. So it's kind of the same theory.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, no,
Now,
that's
is that a one-time buy thing, or is that a monthly service that's paid for?
It's a one-time buy. There's a lot of companies that'll lease you the equipment and then charge you the monthly. We sell the equipment. It's yours. The only thing you do is cover the cost of the monthly. And most of the times it's not a lot of money. I mean, it's geared towards someone that's on a fixed income.
Yeah, especially when you're comparing it to what the service actually provides.
Now, is that something an insurance company, like their health insurance or something to cover?
There are some companies out there starting to get involved with that, with Medicaid and Medicare that will cover it.
Okay.
So it definitely helps that way.
Okay.
And I'm
So
open to
there's
that.
options and stuff. There's-
I'm not. If somebody is in a financial situation where they can't pay it, I'll cut them a break, man. I mean, it's not. To me, it's more important that I know it's my way of giving back.
Yeah.
All this has been given to
That's
me.
what
and
it's
I
about,
didn't-
man.
You know what I mean?
That's what it's about.
Yeah. So that's my way of giving back. If somebody needs help, we're going to help them.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They're our customer. They become family. I want to keep them forever.
Right.
Yes.
You know what I
exactly.
mean?
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
that's what we do.
No, and that's what's cool about us small business owners.
Happy Richards, you hear that, buddy? Life Alert, he's got you.
Yeah, we take pride in what we do, and we want to help people. You know what I mean? That's why I think a lot of us got into this.
Yes.
Was in order to what was so freely given to us, we want to give it
Absolutely.
back.
Yep.
You know what I mean? And we can't forget where we come from.
Yep.
That's the
Yeah.
biggest thing. Me and Shane was talking about that. Don't forget where you come from.
Oh, it's why,
that's one of
stay
those
humble.
things.
Yeah.
Go to work.
That's right.
That we got to keep
Yeah.
it green.
Yeah.
We got to keep it green for ourselves. You know what I'm saying?
absolutely, man.
And,
So you do the Life Alert. So I heard the Medicare thing. So we have plans that offer these first alerts. They're called Life
Right away.
Station.
There you go.
Right. So when I
Yeah.
heard you, we have companies that offer that. Our client gets a $700 value,
Yep.
Yeah.
and it's monthly monitoring.
Yep.
So you have a part of all that.
Nice.
Yes.
So we are part of all that.
Oh, there
That's
you go.
awesome.
So that's
There you
we're
go.
Look at that, you
connected
just
so
learned
many
that right
ways.
now.
Yeah.
And Tyler, what you missed is
so
Victor
cool.
here actually offers he calls it a peers system, and what it is, it's like it's like the I fall and I can't get up commercials that we used to see, only in the new age. So if you're ever someone elderly is ever in a position where they fall or they're in an emergency situation, they're able to get help dispatched to you. And I just was making a funny because I call you Pappy.
And
So
they're activated. They're not just like they're activated by fall, so it's different than they used to be.
yeah, you don't have to necessarily push the button. It's going to know that you fell. Right.
So they have like a Jeep. You know more
Yep.
about it, but if someone has a fall or something, there's a way that those things
Yep.
get
Absolutely. They also have there's applications out there that you can put on the person's phone that if this person still drives and they get into trouble, the alert's right on their phone.
Wow.
Right.
All they got to do
right.
is push a button,
Yeah.
and GPS will
That's
pick
big,
them up
man.
and
Yeah,
know
that's
exactly
big.
where they are.
That's industry's changing.
Yeah.
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 And I think that would help someone too if they didn't want to go into a rest home right away.
Absolutely.
You
Right.
know what I mean? Or
Yep.
they couldn't afford it, or they're just not ready to go. I know. For me, I wouldn't want to leave my home. I
Right.
would want
Right.
to die.
Absolutely.
there, not somewhere at a rest home and
Yep.
people taking care of me and stuff like that. So I guess that would give the children or the family a little more peace of mind, knowing that there was something that they would be alerted on
Right.
if something did go bad.
Yep.
Yeah. Well, because I always thought that as, when I would see those commercials, I'm like, well, what if someone fall and hit their head and they're unconscious? Like,
Yeah.
how are they going to push a button?
And that's how this motion, the bracelet,
You know?
came about, because that's exactly what the issue was.
Yeah.
Right.
And in our field, everything, that's what they look at. Okay, so
Yeah.
what did we not catch this time? That's what we need to add.
Uh-huh.
Right.
And that's why the technology is always constantly changing.
Yeah.
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 And that's
Yeah.
awesome.
Yeah.
Absolutely,
That is good
man.
stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah,
That's good
absolutely.
stuff. Hey, Tammy, my sister's actually watching. Tammy Lincoln. What's
going on, Tammy?
Thank you for supporting us and watching. Share this for us, please. We're here at the Harrisburg 2020 home show, and we had a phenomenal time so far. I mean, we've had a lot of people come visit our booth. We got Jim Roast with his race car. We got Ryan Roast with his go-kart. We got Vic, who's a big supporter of us, and we're a big supporter of Vic. Small businesses helping out businesses, local small businesses helping each other out.
That's big, man.
And doing what we can for each other so we can all become prosperous.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And that's really what it's all about. Us helping each other out and giving back to the community and stuff like that. Me and Vic talked about little things that we can get maybe a cross brand of our charity. To give back to the community and stuff like that. And we haven't come up with anything yet, but we will put Vic's on board. He's on the same page as we are, Chris.
I'm sure we can get him involved in some of those harvest rehabs or something.
Yeah.
I'm sure in some of those boys' homes and girls' homes in there, I'm sure they can use some kind of security system in there or something, or some kind of anything like that.
We do.
I didn't even think about that.
We cover everything, man. We cover automatic gate doors, gate operators, garage door openers, alarm system, home automation, smart homes. That stuff is blowing up.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
There's a guy here.
Yeah, I was checking it out. Yeah, it's amazing. Where technology is taking us. And I try to stay up on all that. It's a lot of research, but that's I love doing that.
Yeah.
Just looking stuff up. And man, this is really cool. It's like I want to buy it just for my house.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Just to see what it does.
Yeah.
You got to keep up with the industry.
Absolutely.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
And we actually do work for one of the big national builders that we do work for. Actually, build smart homes. So there's stuff that you can get smart packages installed in these things, and it's crazy. It's crazy.
Yeah. Everything on their iPhone. Who's at the door shows
Who's
up
at the
on
door.
it.
Yeah. Change the temperature in my room.
Turn the lights on and
off. You could you actually go as far as like water leak detection now. Like if you have a basement that leaks and you're prone to that, we call them water bugs. So basically just a little gadget we put in the basement. It reads a level. If it starts to feel moisture or water.
So it detects moisture in the air.
Absolutely.
Okay.
But then it also picks up the actual water from it hitting it.
Okay.
And
so does this thing roam around on the floor?
No, it's stationary. So you put a couple in wherever you may be having, where the water's coming in, until you can get it repaired, or maybe you can't get it repaired.
Right.
Head up, hey.
Right. Especially if you're out of town or something,
Yeah, that would be good, because I lived there for a while. We had an issue with our basement. That would have been wonderful to have something to let me know that I should probably out of the basement.
Right.
Yeah.
Because we had a lot of stuff get damaged.
Yep.
And honestly, it was probably wet for days, because for me, we hardly go down in our basement.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, that's the worst,
we
man.
went down there, I was like, oh my God, there was 3 inches when I got down there, but who knows, it was probably 12 inches 2 days ago
Right.
in my basement, and by this time we were throwing things out, man. It was horrible.
Yeah.
And with an old basement like we have, it's an old stone foundation, with most of it a mud substance, some type of flooring. It's mud or old concrete or something. So there's not. I'm sure we could spend all kinds of money to get it corrected, but I just don't know how you're going to keep the water coming in from a stone foundation. You know what I mean? Now I put a sump pump in since then, but having something like that, if I would have known about it, would have been really nice for me to know, so I could get my stuff out. Because what happens if my sump pump fails?
Right. Absolutely. That's
Just
the big
because I
thing.
put that in didn't mean that's the permanent solution.
Right.
You know what I mean? But that's a good thought. That
we have a lot of. I don't know. I know where I live. We have a lot of power outages during the summer.
Yes.
And if we're getting a lot of rain,
yes.
Some pump's not going to work.
No.
Yeah.
And the good thing about our system is, that I can integrate any of that. It doesn't have to be on home automation. I can actually put that on your burglar alarm, and it will dial central station and say, hey, the water bug's showing water. Contact somebody.
Right.
Let them know.
Yeah.
So there's a lot of ways you can go with it.
Yeah.
That can save someone a lot of money in rehab costs.
Yep.
I know. My very first house that me and my wife had, I had my basement flooded, and I fixed it, or so I thought. And a week before settling, it flooded again, and it's like, and we caught it the first time or the second time before it got bad, but the very first time, it leaked and we didn't know it. I just went down one day and there was just water everywhere, and something like that. I probably could have, been notified that it was happening before the entire basement filled up with water.
Yep.
So
Absolutely.
we
That would have been in our house. We had a PVC pipe burst. It was on the cold water side on the hot water heater.
Oh boy.
And the only way I knew is I turned faucet on, and we had air.
Brandon bought a truck.
Oh, Denny.
There's another new truck owner at TC Backer Construction.
It looks just like my kebab.
I know, right? That's a good sign.
Yeah,
Yep.
right?
Congratulations, Brandon.
Yes, congratulations.
Shout outs.
What's that?
You guys are giving shout outs?
Yep. Somewhat. I think we got everyone.
Yeah, Brandon.
Billy Zarillo, what's going on, man? Thanks for tuning in. That's the only new one on my feed here.
Crushing it here.
What's that?
I mean, your booth, I mean, it's amazing.
Yeah.
I mean, it's like your corner.
Yeah.
I think everyone, we walked.
Yeah, we walked it. You can tell there's more people down here. I
Yeah.
don't know if it's because we lucked out because we're across.
We're right across. Yeah, from our booth, I can see 5 different alcohol serving stations.
We chose wisely in here. Now, we do have a nice setup. Again, I'm really impressed with because me, I'm not an all or nothing kind of guy. So it's kind of like I don't mean to, but I think most of the time I take it overboard a little bit. So Chris was messing with me a little bit, and he was like, "Man,
When we left the show on Wednesday, I came from up here to the show. We did our Behind the Tool Belt show, and then we were going to leave the show and come back up here at nighttime. And I was like, dude, I walked around and I seen some pretty impressive stuff, man. Where remember he wanted to go to Lowe's and start building some stuff the day before the show started, and I was like, no, I'm just kidding.
So I started freaking out. I'm like, what for metal roof panels do we got at the shop? I'm going to Lowe's getting 2x4s. I'm going to build something bigger and better. You know what I mean? But then I ran into Chris Mendez, and he was like, nah, dude, you guys got the best display. And I was like, okay. But I still wanted to build something, go to Lowe's, and go over and beyond. You know what I mean?
We're about to build.
Yeah.
9 o'clock at night.
Yeah, 9 o'clock at night, we're heading to Lowe's, man.
Please share this out. Invite, drop a 5 when you share it on your page. Put your town in the comments. I mean, if you're going to be on social media, be social.
Yeah.
You don't know, you don't realize
absolutely.
that this is going to be how you find jobs, contractors, friends, churches. You're going to find everything through your phone.
Right.
So start building the people you want to be around and sharing and inviting.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
You're getting rid of people in your life is just as important as in gaining them. I even think sometimes more important. So, I clean my list. Is if people are posting bonehead stuff and they're not willing to change, I can't get distracted. So, post this on your feed.
Yes, Jan. I know that she knows. She knows what it's like.
This is about everyone inspiring everyone else.
Yeah.
Yes.
Absolutely, man. I can tell you, for me, Shane, it's been since you guys have been connected with Ty. You've inspired me in a lot of ways, man.
Yeah.
You know, I see your feeds and I see you go live, and some
Yeah.
days I'm not having a real good day in the morning. It's like,
Good to see
you know, I got my coffee and you pop up, and it's like, man, you just give me that
Lauren,
extra
what's
boost
going
of
on?
energy, you know what I mean?
I appreciate it,
And
man.
it's
I
important,
thank God.
and it's absolutely.
I mean, when I get on the air and we're doing, I always forget I've been on the air with so
energy,
many
man.
people.
Yep.
When I'm by myself, I mean, I got it, but it's a whole nother level when you got a crowd, when you got a group, when you got a posse.
Yeah.
You know,
man.
authentic people that are authentically cheering you on.
Right.
Absolutely.
Not for any reason, not to make money on you, just to authentically say it feels good when you do good.
Yeah,
Yes.
man. Yeah,
Yeah,
I want to
man.
see everyone win, dude.
I want to see
You know?
everyone succeed.
Yeah.
You know?
And then God
Absolutely.
fills in the gaps.
Yeah, man.
Right.
Step up,
Right.
he'll fill in the gaps.
Yeah.
He'll be the mortar. If you're the brick, he'll be the mortar.
Yeah, man.
He'll put it all together.
Yeah.
Yep.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And that's what TC Backer's doing with their, having vendors and people in the business. When we talk to people about the principles we talk about, I didn't make them up. We just go back in history and bring back the original simple philosophies of what's in the Bible about sharing, having a village of people do well. I mean, when the people had the millers and did their milling, and the horseshoe people did the horseshoeing, right? They all wanted to all combine. Villages weren't as big as today, and people were codependent. But we really are codependent. And we really are that small village.
Yeah, the more
And
we
the
help
bonus
each other,
that
man, the
bonus
less
back.
energy it takes to win.
Yeah.
You know,
Absolutely.
seriously.
Yes.
You know, and the more enjoyable it is for everyone.
I mean, your philosophy on going out and doing a repair, people are afraid you're going to come out and sell them. I mean, that's it. We have to break that fear
Right.
and say, look, no, they're really just going to come out. Matter of fact, they're on every week, so you can see.
Yeah.
You can actually come on and comment.
Right.
There's no more gatekeeper.
No.
Yeah.
You can go straight to the top if they're authentic.
That's right.
And if everyone's at the top,
and if you want to do great things, just do great things.
Yes.
Don't let anyone hold you. You know what I mean? Nobody said we couldn't do what we're doing right now. You know, we're breaking the boundaries.
Right.
We're knocking the roof off this thing. You know, no one said that we couldn't hook up with Shane and do what we do on a weekly basis, or you know, the weekends. You know, how many guys? You know, and that's what's so unique about all of us. Like we've been week for I don't even know how long, for months right now. You know what I'm saying? But we're on a mission. We want to employ more people. We want to see people do better. You know what I mean? When I was growing up, you know what I mean? There was people along the way that had helped me out or tried to help me out, but I wasn't willing to listen to them. You know what I mean? And take their advice and stuff like that.
Your peers.
Yes. Do you know what I mean? So now it's like my turn.
Yes.
Right.
Now it's my turn to help out.
Yeah.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying? And to turn this into, you know, like we've been trying to say, it's like, you know, we're looking for salespeople. We're looking for experienced mechanics. You know what I'm saying? You know, Vic's starting out his new business. You know what I mean? I want to pump his business as much as I can. And if I didn't trust what he was doing and didn't think he was a good craftsman, he wouldn't be on the show right now. Do you know what I mean? But I believe, I believe in what this man does. He's worked for me. I've seen his work. I've seen him perform miracles at my shop. Like, I didn't know how he was going to get through those concrete walls to run wire through there.
He did it, man.
Like, I got this.
Oh, you
2 days later.
You don't even want to know either.
Lucky you didn't break your arm.
2 days later, this man's got, I don't know, even now have 6, 8 cameras.
Vic,
put up,
I know, man, because I
security
had to run a
doors.
freaking fax line. Some of them things, and I guarantee you, it took me a lot longer to do it than
Your
what it took
boy
you.
Shane trained
It was
did
not
prisons.
fun.
We did fiber optics. Fiber optics have no brakes. You go
Right.
through a
That's
prison,
right.
go through a concrete
That's right.
wall.
Yeah.
Yo, those Hilton
Yeah.
saws can break your arm.
yeah.
Well, he's
God bless you,
piggybacking stuff
Vic.
through 2 different buildings, man, because I
You're
connected
awesome.
another building to another building,
Well-
and somehow he got cameras over there.
Yeah,
I
man.
gotta give
No
a shout
sweat.
out to my son Matt, because he's the one that
Climbed
stuck
in them
himself
hard-to-reach
in between
places.
those little
Yeah.
Shout out to Matt.
Yeah,
Well,
he did awesome, man.
Vic, I was in one of them spaces, dude.
Oh boy.
It was horrible.
Yeah. Yeah.
Underneath the
Yeah,
building.
Yeah, man.
absolutely.
Yeah, in between the
Yeah.
buildings, underneath the building,
Oh,
on top of the building that's inside the building.
Right. You know? And these
Yeah,
were all
dude.
things I wasn't thinking of at the time when we were doing what we were doing.
No,
But
we figure it out, man.
Yeah.
You know, that's what you do.
Yeah. It's
kinda
You don't
funny.
always have the answers. Sometimes you gotta figure the answers out while you go.
that's right.
You know, but that's the beauty of it. That's the enjoyment you get out of
And
it.
that's
Me
the great
personally.
thing about it, man, because like when I got into this, it was like 1986.
That's when I was born.
Yeah, my fault. Jeez, I guess I'm showing my age. You know, I was told, you know, what are you willing to do to learn this trade?
Amen.
You know, what are you
Right.
willing to do?
Yeah.
Whatever you want me to do. Okay, well, I want you to crawl up in that attic in full-blown insulation, and I need you to run this wire. Okay.
Back in the
That's
80s
the test.
installation too, and that stuff
Yeah.
was probably super itchy.
Yeah.
That's a test.
right.
You know,
That was.
to me, you know, when I take somebody under my wing to train them, the first thing I do, someone told me this a long time ago. I give them what's called the broom test. Give them a broom. Here, sweep the floor up.
Yeah.
If they really sweep the floor up and don't get really upset that I'm asking them to do something that meaningless, and they really get into just sweeping the floor, I know what I got.
Chances are they're going to make it.
Right.
Right.
That's a good test.
Yeah.
It is
Yeah,
a
it's
good
good.
test.
There's a nugget
You know,
for you.
The broom, you know, that's
Don't
one
stand
thing
your
my
broom
dad
up when
used
no
to
one
say
did
to me.
it. Make someone use it.
Yeah, well, one thing, it's funny you're talking about the broom. My dad used to preach to me like there's always something to do. Grab the broom and sweep the floor. Don't ever let them watch you standing around.
Right.
You know what I mean? And I don't know, what is the thing with the broom standing? What's that?
It was a hoax.
Yeah, it is. Because
It was a
stand
hoax.
there every day, but it was a good one.
It was.
Right, on social media,
It was.
you got commerce.
Right.
Listen, it wouldn't have been a hoax if they wrote it in the paper, right?
No.
If they wrote it in
Right.
the paper and said, "I'm going to
Yeah.
put an ad in this week in the paper." I mean, this is a real example. It said, "Stand your broom up." And that said, "It'll stand up."
Yeah.
Now you're saying, "Hey, whatever," but look at it.
Yeah.
With the power of social media, the only reason this thing ever existed was the phone.
See you, Denny.
See you,
Right.
Denny. Denny, come here.
Daddy.
Come
Denny,
here.
pop in here,
Come
man.
Here.
You got groupies on here that
Yeah,
want to
you
see
do.
you, man.
So here's the deal, right? This is an important nugget. This is the power of where we are today. And it sounds ridiculous for me to say no one's going to write an article in the paper or write a letter to someone, but they did used to do that. Okay?
Right.
And now on the phone, that got how many people to put their brooms up in one night? That's your
Millions.
inspiration.
Millions
Yeah.
and
And that was
millions,
from the
man.
phone and not calling people by posting something.
That's
Yeah.
right.
Right.
Social media, baby.
Right.
Social media. So, anyhow, we're looking for
Just so you guys know, you guys can't see it, but Shane Train is giving the double hustle muscle over there.
Yeah, he did. Yeah, he did. Yep. So, come aboard. We're looking for salespeople, experienced service people, experienced window installers, gutter guys. Give us a shout. Our office number is 717-650-2197, or email us at 321gutterdone.com. Or if you're a homeowner and have experienced any sort of storm damage, we have an 800 number, 866-321-GUTTER-DONE. Same thing as our website. So give us a call. Dave was out waterproofing people's roofs today. I'm sure Monday it's going to be off the hook with all the phone calls that came in.
Yeah, we had like 3 consistent windy days.
Yeah,
so
up to 50-mile-an-hour wind gusts, and on an older roof, man, that it just can't sustain
they
that
can't
type
handle
of
it.
wind force.
So what kind of damage, like, we talk about wind and we talk about the shingles, but what happens, there's got to be a lot. We live in Pennsylvania, the woods, right? So what if a branch falls on it? Can that damage your roof and not even know it?
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Like, how many branches could you talk about nails, but like I would think a tree not even weighing that much, just a couple pound branch going down 20 feet at that speed could put a nick in the shingle. Wouldn't that ruin it? Just like,
it could land on your ridge and bust one of your cap shingles, bust the ridge vent. And a lot of times, who walks around on the roofs? Who can see on their roof on a consistent basis? Even if you think that there might be a case where you may have some damage, just give us a call. We'll come out and check stuff out free of charge.
Do free estimates?
Free estimates. Free estimates.
We're not there to gouge you and say you need a new roof under every circumstance. We do repairs every day on a daily basis.
One of the things about salespeople I was going to tell people is, yes, they're looking for salespeople, but they're looking for not closers, but communicators. Authentically, right? It's not closing people to say, yes, I got all these roofs done.
No.
It's communicators. Because the brand is important.
Educators, communicators.
They want someone that can communicate. And a good communicator is going to listen. Because what people want is totally different. Like that one lady wanted that real expensive stuff, right? Spindles and all that. Right? She's going to want a different shingle than someone that's flipping houses.
Exactly.
Redoing
absolutely.
Right? So do you have different grades that people can get?
Yeah, different grades of shingles, yes.
So if I bought a house, I'm living in town for 5 years, but I want to sell this, but I don't want to put a forever roof, but I want a forever roof, because all your roofs are forever. But I want to put one, I'm going to live in the house 5 years, but I want to put a roof on it. Can you help me?
I'm gonna recommend that you put an HDZ 4-part system on your roof, because then that's going to add value to your home when you go to sell it in 5 years. You're going to be able to pass on a lifetime warranty to the new homeowner, and that's something that when I'm looking for a home, if you're going to guarantee me a lifetime roof with a warranty that's passed on, that's backed by labor and dude, that's a no-brainer.
House with skylights, are you?
No. Actually, you know what, Shane? I probably would buy a house with skylights, but the first thing I'm doing is putting wood in it and covering it with shingles.
Don't ever get skylights. It's not worth it.
No, dude.
You're going to spend your money putting the packs back in it.
Next time I go to a skylight leak, I'm videoing it, and we're going to talk about it on the show.
Exactly. Why not to install skylights?
Listen, that would be great.
Yes.
Because that's all we've ever wanted.
With skylights.
Yeah, but just because of the light, right? We've never gotten them.
There's other
every roofer
alternatives
we've
to
talked to
natural
said
light.
what you said.
Absolutely.
Yeah,
I would never have one on my house.
We'll
I'll
figure
just walk
out
out the
a way.
front door if I want skylight.
Yes.
So,
very true.
You got a website?
Sure do. It's victorysecurity.solutions.com.
How big of an area do you travel to?
Yeah, we cover all of York, Lancaster. We'll go as far as Gettysburg.
Do you have that up? You have the stream up? Can you type his in the comments the way it's tagged in here? The way people can just click on it?
We go as
My
far
phone's
as
dead, so
some of the jobs I'm doing right now are 2 hours away. So
you got to go where the work is, man.
That's
you know?
right. That's right.
So why'd you guys decide to get on social media? You're a young guy. I understand you've seen it, but you old dudes, most of your friends aren't on it. I'm just saying.
Old dudes.
I give you guys a lot of credit. I give you guys a lot of credit for getting on here because you're pioneers.
Listen, the 40's the new 20, bud. All right, so I'm not old. Anyhow, why did we do it?
Yeah.
Because this is your phone. The phone, your phone is your computer. You know what I'm saying? The yellow book, I don't even think they deliver them to home.
No, dude.
Remember when you would get the 2-inch one on your driveway and you would get out there in the morning, you're getting like,
What's up, Ethan?
Yeah.
They're gone.
Yeah. So, I mean, this is the way that you have to advertise nowadays, at least from what I'm thinking. You know what I'm saying? Yes. Could we do the community courier, and could we do mailers, and could we do? Yes, but I'm more of I'm an instant gratification kind of guy.
Yeah.
I want to see things work here and now, and more than what would work more than here than now than getting online right now and throwing this out there right now. I mean, how many? We got 20 people watching this thing. By the time we're done, we'll probably have 1,000 views and have reached 2,500 people. There
More than
hasn't
that.
even been
Probably
that many.
15,000 people is what we're going to
15
reach.
There hasn't even been that many people that came to the show today.
Why do you think it's hard for people? Because it's such a disparity now.
Yeah.
You heard the people here, right? It went from 75,000 to what? How many?
I don't even know.
Yeah,
They
maybe
said
10.
the numbers.
Yeah,
Right?
like I don't
Maybe
even
10.
You
know.
had a
If
feed
that.
2 weeks ago that went to 19,000 in 1 hour.
Yeah,
Isn't that crazy?
right.
Yeah.
To think that some people can't grasp because it's such craziness.
They-
Right.
they-
Right?
Yeah.
But it's no different than the Model T and the horse and buggy, right? Like the horse and buggy, when the Model T drove, they're like, there's no way they can go 50 miles an hour. This horse can't go that fast.
Right.
Right.
And it was so crazy that that they had to wear horse heads when they were driving the Model Ts. You can look it up in history because people were so freaked out by people driving these Model Ts.
Yeah.
Look it up. They put horse heads on. Yeah, it
that's
was
crazy.
that freakish. That's what we're
Never
on
knew
right
that.
now.
Yeah.
Right here. So I
It's
give y'all
innovation,
credit.
man. You
It
know,
is.
it's going with the flow. Just think about it. 20 years ago, what's something that you guys would have never left your house without? 20 years ago, something you'll never leave
Probably
your house
a
without.
slingshot. I lived in the country. So.
Slingshot. All right,
Probably
that's
a
gonna
slingshot.
that's gonna ruin what I was gonna go
No,
with. But
I don't
let's
know.
I
throw
don't
something.
even know if I want what people.
Your
no.
wallet?
I mean, I had the
Oh,
beeper.
okay.
I had the
Okay.
beeper.
Your beeper, your
So
wallet.
Yeah,
Do you remember the
beeper.
beepers?
Beeper.
Yeah, the wallet.
You would have 2 beepers.
20
Right.
years. My
And then
state.
wallet.
they only do 911 if it's an emergency because
Right.
I got to pull over and find a payphone.
Right.
Yeah, isn't that crazy?
Maybe a watch. You know, you put your watch on, put your wallet in your pocket.
My
The
skateboard.
wallet.
I wasn't
You know.
leaving the house without my skateboard.
Dude, all that stuff is on here.
That is
You know,
crazy.
people pay with their cell phones.
Oh, yeah.
The
Yeah.
time's on the cell phone.
Yes.
You know, you write
Yeah.
letters. You write letters.
I have everything.
You look
I
at the
need for-
newspaper on your cell phone.
Everything
True.
for my business is on my phone.
Yeah.
Absolutely,
Everything.
man. Like everything. This is people do not leave
Yeah.
without these things.
This is your phone book, your newspaper, your computer.
man.
I mean, this is everything.
Yes, I will not turn around to go get my wallet if I leave it at home, but I will turn around and go get my cell phone.
But you got your wallet in case you need it right
Absolutely,
there.
man.
That's crazy.
Yeah, man.
Absolutely,
You
it's
know,
the
people-
truth,
when you say
man.
that, people ask for your ID. What do? I say, look, this is me on my phone.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Wow, you're right.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
right.
And then you think about the struggle because people didn't just go to smartphones. There was flip phones. They were like, dude, I'm not getting the smartphone.
Right.
How many people say, I'm not getting a smartphone? I'll take the flip phone.
Right.
I'm not getting a smartphone. I don't need
Yeah.
all that.
Yep.
I'm not doing that.
Yeah.
Yep.
Now,
Yeah.
who doesn't have one?
Right.
Right?
Yep.
Yeah.
So how does it feel? You're like the first to be on social commerce for business in a way of not to reference to children, but as business innovators
Yeah.
of showing people how to be able to. I mean, if you think about the efficiencies, you can be in one place, have multiple messages. You can recruit salespeople.
Yeah.
You can let homeowners know we're an authentic company. We're here
Right.
day and night, 7 days a week.
Yeah.
We promote other businesses.
Yeah.
We do community outreach all in 1 hour.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
That's amazing.
it is.
Yeah.
And you guys are innovators for doing it.
Yeah.
You know?
We follow the lead of Eric Brewer, man.
Yeah.
There's
He
no-
was the original
Nobody else here
grinder.
going live. And you know what the
Um,
crazy part is? They all have the same phones,
Yeah.
and they didn't even hit the live button
Yeah.
Right.
because they're scared.
Yeah.
And you guys have the courage
Yeah, man.
to forge forward.
That's right.
That's called the
It
Wild
is
Wild
courage.
West.
It does take courage to do this and throw ourselves out there like that. You know what
Yeah,
I'm
I
saying?
love it, man. I
You
love
know,
doing these things. They're
and,
fun.
And I think there's going to be more people encouraged by us doing this than there's going to be discouraged.
How many people, law enforcement, how many veterans have come up here and thanked for you coming up? How about the K-9 unit
Yeah,
today?
man. Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
They were looking
That's what-
for us,
yeah,
right?
man.
How many people have come up
Yeah.
and just said, wow.
Yeah, well, we make this so we're approachable. You know,
We do.
people don't have to be afraid to ask questions anymore. I mean, we're right here. If you have any questions about your roof, your siding, your windows, you know, that's why we're here. We're making it, you know, we're making ourselves accessible for people, you know, more so than anyone else would be, I guess. You know what I mean? Because
Right.
we're right here. They know
Jay
where to find
Leno
us.
show live
Yeah,
right here, right?
they know where to find us. We're right here.
That's so cool.
You know, we're right here, and I'm not afraid. You know, have I made mistakes in my life? Of course I have. You know what? But I feel like I've paid my debt to society. You know, was I perfect? No, I wasn't perfect.
But imagine if you walked into your bank and this was your bank here, and it was the president. You said, "Let's sit down." He says, "Come on, what do you have questions for me?"
Right.
They would be like, "We got to prepare this. We have to get approvals through our media department. I can't talk to you."
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
What?
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And you're like, "Nah."
Yeah.
We hit the live button. We can talk to anybody because we do this
That's
every day.
right.
And
Absolutely.
We got the right intentions.
Yeah.
Yes.
That's all you need is the right intentions.
Yes. And you know, you touched on earlier about, you know, you gain people, you lose people. You know, you don't, if you have pure intentions. I seen this on Facebook the other day, and you know, it touched me, I should say. If you have pure intentions in situations, man, you don't ever lose anyone. They lose you.
Yeah.
You know, if your intentions are always pure, you're not going to lose anything. You know,
Exactly.
you know, because you're doing it because you want to do it.
You know, it's funny, you'll hear people say they want to recruit young people, and I'll say to them, "Are you on social media?" And they're like, "No," and I'm like, "When your values
You're
don't
not going
meet
to
what you
recruit
do,
young people, man.
Nope.
Right.
It's no different than not having life insurance. You say your family's important, but you don't have life insurance. It's called putting your values on paper. How can you say you want to recruit young people and you don't have a social media presence?"
Right.
He walked away. He's out of here.
Yeah. He just dropped the mic. Yeah. He dropped the mic.
Well, right. How many times do we do stuff in life that doesn't make sense? We say one thing and do another.
Yeah.
And people are doing that huge with this.
Yeah.
Right.
They look at it like, "What are you doing?"
Yeah.
But then when we talk to them, they're like, "Wait a second, that all makes total sense."
Right.
Yeah.
And you guys have the courage to forge forward.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Behind the tool belt,
Absolutely.
TC Becker, I might start wearing a tool belt on Wednesday.
I'm gonna get you one. I got one for you. I got it.
Well,
Hard hat,
tool belt.
hard hat, safety vest, and the goggles.
That's right.
Yep.
And if you guys have questions for him, let him know. Like,
Yeah,
don't be scared.
please.
You can always do the whole thing. I'm asking for a friend. That's the best way.
Yeah.
Ask for a friend.
Yes, and I'm
All
going
right.
to say, tell your friend,
Yeah.
and we're going to answer your question.
We have one gutter. It's 5 feet and it's leaking, and my mom's afraid to call anyone. Because it's one gutter. She goes, "They're going to try to sell us all of our gutters." Like,
Right.
they're out there.
Right.
We've had guys go to people's houses already, and it was just a quick repair. They've just repaired it.
I think we need
I
to
didn't
have
send
some
an invoice.
testimonies, like sometime. We're going to be doing some new, innovative stuff. It's not laid out, where we'll have some different video testimonies and stuff on the road. So
Yeah.
there's some stuff in the works where you guys are going to see the next level
Yeah.
social commerce.
Yeah, we got big plans for
So
this
there's
whole
some
social
stuff coming
commerce
out
thing.
where you'll be able to
Coming up.
answer these and see them, you know?
Yeah.
Because I say to clients, "Why'd you buy this? Why'd you get it?" Because I don't know.
Right.
I know what I think, but it doesn't. And they tell me, I'm like, "Wow, I didn't know that."
Right.
I asked you, "Why'd you deal with it?"
Right. Yeah,
I want
absolutely.
to know.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
So, so let me ask you this: what if someone has a cedar shake roof, and they're like, the insurance company said, "We're not going to insure you anymore because it's a fire hazard"? What can they do? What are their options on the roof? Because usually cedar shake, a lot of them are pitched roofs, right?
Yeah. Yeah, there's-
Typically,
Yeah.
can they go shingle or metal? Or do they have to go metal?
You can do both of that, and I'll tell you what, we install a really sweet new product. It's made by Tilcor, and it is actually, I believe they're 1 foot or 18-inch by 3 foot
Yeah.
metal panels
like that
that
picture I
mimic
took
they
that
they,
sounds
they
like
mimic cedar shake.
Yeah.
You have
Wow.
cedar shake, you can mimic slate, you can mimic terracotta.
Oh, we got to get
Or
some
shingle,
pictures.
Yeah.
and they're actually they're enameled with they're stone coated, so they're hail proof. You know, they're dang near bulletproof.
Yeah,
I mean,
like
these things
all
are
but storm.
yeah. So it's the
Wow.
best of both worlds. You know,
Yeah.
you can still have that
You
get
that
the look
cedar
for
shake.
The modern
And
day
from the ground,
technology.
I'm telling you, Shane, from the ground, you're not going to be able to tell that it's not a cedar shake.
Yeah.
It looks like a cedar shake.
Exactly.
It looks like a piece of slate. It looks like a
Maybe
shingle.
we'll have to get a
It's metal.
phone and get people. to
No,
see
and
it
it's
with
not
the
aluminum
surveys
either.
and
It's
take out
steel.
pictures and bring it back and see it. Like one, like even you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And say, take this out today. We just want to get pictures and we'll decipher what they are today. Maybe if you get any videos, you don't have to worry about doing it. Take a look at it and see if we can use any of the material.
Yeah.
You know, and then
Yeah.
hand that buddy out. And then some people are going to take it on.
We've tore cedar shake off already. We've tore cedar shake off. We've had customers who wanted it taken off, and they wanted, you know, not such an organic material on the roof because they're known to grow moss, and you can get zinc strips
Yep.
for them. But to get up there and clean those things and then treat them and then put zinc strips in, it's pain in the butt, and cedar shake are high maintenance. roofs.
How about the importance of the proper disposal? Because I'm sure there's roofers out there that are given a price that the client is like, I got this good price, and then they really hurt the environment somewhere by not putting them in the right place. Like, how important is the disposal of your materials to go to the right place?
Yeah, the landfill.
Right?
Yeah, the landfill or the incinerator.
So I drive down the road and I see stuff all the time. So if someone doesn't get a right price, they go with the wrong contractor. They could be illegally because there's a price involved.
Yeah.
I mean, I drive see stuff.
No, I mean, to get rid of the stuff.
That
costs us money.
Our trucks have to have this.
We have a guy that basically drives trailers around and dumps, not dumps because that's a bad word, takes it to the incinerator, dumps it in the landfill, and that costs money.
Yeah.
You know, that's an overhead expense.
Yeah,
I mean, that's
so
just cost of doing
We have
business.
few guys that's pretty much all they do all day, every day is haul debris away. Yeah, for sure.
So if people have trees and shrubs, you know, a lot of people, you guys do landscaping. That's the great part about the landscape.
Hey, Derek, good to see you, buddy.
To go with the roofs, right? Because you respect the bushes.
Yes.
Unlike someone that doesn't.
Right.
Right? You don't want your tires getting flat tires on the lawn.
No,
right?
exactly
So you make sure the nails
we do a thorough cleanup with a rake, and then we take a magnet around their house.
You saw my job. I had a little job. I'm not going to say what. And you see there's still stuff.
Parts and pieces.
How's it going, buddy?
Long cables. How you doing?
Yeah.
Long cables, right?
Yes.
You guys wouldn't have left that, would you?
No.
I mean, it's right there. You can see it. It wasn't hiding.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Homeowners don't like that, right? When they pay money, they expect you just to clean up.
And for me, that was a learning experience. You know, I try to learn from seeing things like that.
Yeah.
When I was on a job, they were like, keeping clean was in the contract when I worked for companies. It was
that's in ours
broom,
too.
sweep, and clean.
Thorough cleanup.
Yep.
So if it's there and it could have went through the broom, that means it wasn't broom swept.
Yeah, it gets to the point like if we're on a large construction job and we're tying wires into a panel, you know, you're cutting them, they're falling on the floor. You know, it needs to be cleaned up on a daily basis. We can't leave it lay around. Me personally, I don't want to see it lay around.
Yeah.
Because it's just a reflection on us.
Right.
You know, that shows the quality, that shows our intensity about what we do.
Right.
You know, little piece of wire that big, it's on a concrete floor, the building's not even open. There's going to be sawdust next to it. Pick it up. It's that simple. To me,
cut
that's
one corner, you'll cut them all.
Yeah.
right.
That's true, man.
So that's what we love about y'all don't cut corners.
Yeah, man.
Right?
No.
But if you love what you do, why would you cut a corner?
Right.
That might be someone in your family's going to that house. It's another human being that paid money for a service.
Yeah.
Right.
And a tradesperson, it's the trade, right? It's the craft of doing it awesome.
And taking pride in what you do.
So it doesn't have to do with the money. It has to do with you are providing a service, and there's a fee for the service, but the service is the most important thing you provide.
Yeah, absolutely.
I mean, your guys and gals drive by and they're like, I did that roof, I did that siding, I did that window.
Yeah.
You should be like that. I'm sure you're like, we did security here.
Yeah, I'm one of those weird contractor dads, man. I take my kids all over York County, and everywhere we go, I'm like, I worked on that, I did that,
So you don't
I helped with that.
You can't go in this development.
Yeah, no.
You don't say that.
No.
Right?
No.
I mean, because you guys do big developments. As a matter of fact, we were at a vendor, one of you came to ours, and two people in that meeting, two of their clients lived in.
We'd put roofs inside.
Put roofs on. How cool was that?
That was cool.
Which way? I don't know what's the name of the development.
Stray Winds.
Stray Winds.
Yeah, there was a couple in here that live in one of the charter developments that we do in Mechanicsburg. So we're all over the place.
Yeah, I mean, if the roof covers the house, and that's very important.
It is.
It absolutely, man.
To us, it's the most important. That's just our opinion.
And then, so when the water hits the roof, what's the next step after the end of the roof? Where does it go?
The gutters, man.
Yeah, into the gutters.
So what's so important about fascia? Is it really important?
It is.
Why? I mean, really, just sits under there. I'm just wondering why.
Because it makes your house maintenance free.
Okay.
Yeah, it's one of the biggest things. And you can make it can dress your house up any color you want. Just about any color you want.
Yeah.
You know, you don't have to paint it.
It protects the wood.
Yeah, it protects the wood, and it keeps your house maintenance free. It keeps pests and rodents out, and bees and insects and those kinds of things like that. So, and what I like about
so you don't get those bees nests.
Yeah, bees nests. Yeah. Maintenance.
What about gutters? Is there different sizes?
Yes.
You know what size? I mean, you guys obviously know.
Yeah.
Do you look at the amount of squares?
Yes, we look at the surface area of the roof. How many valleys and roof surfaces are going to be filtered or draining into
The size of your roof, how long the run might be.
right.
Yeah.
Can you guys make my roof any smaller? I got 31 squares. I want it smaller.
Unfortunately not. We could always tear your garage off the back.
So that might be a good option.
Yeah.
I got too much roof, man. So what about lawn care? Spring's coming up,
Yeah.
right? We didn't have much winter.
No?
Yeah.
So there's different things, though, that people are going to have to deal with, right?
Yeah.
There's going to be more bugs. You're going to need more treatment on your grass.
Yeah.
There's going to be more insects. There's going to be more West Nile virus. Right,
Yeah.
you need to treat your lawn.
Yeah.
So you can put stuff in the lawn to
Yeah.
keep the
Yeah,
bugs
and that time's
down.
approaching, man. It's about time to start your process.
Yeah.
You know, you should be doing
Fertilization,
stuff in the
insecticides.
So you do
early
maintenance
spring.
on neighborhoods, condominiums,
Yeah.
churches, commercial buildings, residential buildings. Is my house too small for you guys?
no,
No.
All right.
no,
So that's a good example.
no. We'll come put a roof on your shed, dude.
So
I mean, it's weird.
they're going to come
And
out.
we
They're going to be
grass.
maintaining the yard at
Yeah.
the Gary Group
There you
and
go.
Shane
Yeah.
Shane Studios. So right there on Highland Road, you'll see it. So we better take a before picture, so they'll be like, "Wow, you guys do amazing work."
Yeah.
My house, it's nice, but
Yeah, no,
I'm not
you have nice
I was
landscaping
gonna
at your
say,
house,
you
man.
have a nice house.
Yeah, you have nice
Well,
landscaping.
appreciate it. We definitely got to get a picture of the gutters. I mean, not well, the gutters. I have 3 different kinds of gutters, 3 different families. I got the pieces. I got the, and then I went and paid money for. This is why you need to ask questions. The ones where they say we'll just do it all in a truck. What's
Yeah.
that?
The seamless.
Yeah, but it still has to drain the water.
Yeah.
Like there's so much that people don't understand.
Yeah.
You know, and just to be able to do a contract and say, what should happen? How does this look?
Yeah.
How would you do my gutters?
Right.
How many downspouts do I need? Do I have the right amount?
Yeah.
So I see us getting pictures of jobs before. And what it looked like when we bring on the show today, we're doing downspouts and gutters.
Yeah.
So this week we got our guys and gals get pictures of downspout and gutters.
Yeah. And downspout location's big too.
Huge.
You know, where
Mold
you
and
gonna
mildew.
put it?
You talked
Yeah.
about all that.
And you
Yeah.
got to think about, even though we're installing the gutters in the summertime, but where is that water going to go, and where's it going to crease in the wintertime?
Right.
What's the topography of my land? Am I in a
Yes.
in a low-lying
Right.
area?
Right.
You have to think of some
Exactly. That
solutions.
was
Yeah,
the next thing
yeah.
I was going to say. We got to keep the water not just out of your basement, but your neighbor's basement. We got to keep the neighbors in mind too. Like, where is the water going to be discharged to? You know?
Yeah.
My daughter was at her apartment, and they ran it right across the concrete. It went right across the concrete.
Really.
Yeah.
The downspout. You talked about that.
Yeah, and the other thing that you got to think of too is, you know, a lot of people pay a lot of money for their landscaping. You know, you don't want your downspout just draining into the flower bed and just washing all the mulch out that you just put in there, because
Exactly.
that's a real time problem. I mean, we get service calls for that.
Yes.
You know, to go out and move downspouts, to add
Right.
extensions onto
Yes.
downspouts to get the
People
water
still
out
do
of the flower
sod.
beds.
That's great.
People
Sod?
still do sod.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
What's a good?
We can get sod right now.
Yep.
You guys your seed or just sod or just you throw
We
out the
can do
grass?
both.
You can do both.
Yeah, man.
And then they still do. When I was a landscaper, it was we would just throw out seed with straw.
Yeah.
Like I
With a
would wear a
tent cap.
cedar on my thing,
Yeah.
and I would crank it out
Yeah.
like this to walk the path.
Yeah.
And then we had a machine for the straw.
Yeah. That'll
You know,
blow
do
the
the
straw
straw.
out. Yeah.
I don't know if it was
Like
an
a
electric
giant
machine or
tube
if a
that just
giant-
shot straw out, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. So those are different options for different reasons, different budgets. What? Can you get different types of grass? Can you get Kentucky bluegrass up here?
Yes.
Yeah, man.
Yeah.
So people might not know that they get different grass.
Yeah.
And you might want different
There's
grass.
blends, different blends you can get.
Yeah,
And
man.
now they
But the
have
most popular is
shade
probably
grass.
Yeah, yeah. Usually in our sod will be a mixture of Kentucky bluegrass, and a shade grass, and a couple, just for it to be durable and you know, last for a long time. You know what I mean? You
Right.
don't want to keep it. Yeah, and you never know where you're going to need to put it. There might be areas that might get a lot of water. There might be areas that don't get enough water. There may be areas prone
Hi,
to
Bonnie.
a lot of sun exposure.
How are you tonight?
And areas that don't get any sun whatsoever. So the best thing to do is get a sod or grass seed, you know, for any type of situation that,
Yeah.
you know, where it might have to go.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
So what do you see in 2020? What are the colors that are trending for this year's spring? If there's homeowners out there, what color siding is hot right now? What color roofs are hot? Let's start with siding. What color siding is hot?
the grays,
Yeah,
grays and the blues.
reds, black gutters, soft fascia, black shutters, black trim. Blue seems to be a big one.
What
Like you
color
said, the
blue?
grays.
Dark blue, light blue, baby blue?
I see a lot of light blues.
Yeah.
There's like Wedgwoods. Wedgwood is a type of blue. That's a pretty big one that we install a lot. We do like a what is that? Bayou.
Yeah.
Bayou, and that's like that's a real blue. That's a real blue.
Yeah.
And they have one. I don't remember what CertainT calls it. It's like a navy blue. That's another popular one that we put on charters a lot.
Yeah.
Midnight.
There's midnight blue by Hardy plant.
Mm-hmm.
Hardy makes a midnight blue, but the green cypress.
Yes,
and,
seagrass. Seagrass is a big one.
But the charcoal.
Spanish olive. Spanish olive is a big one. That's a that's a real light green color, and I see that a lot. A lot of times I'll see a Spanish olive horizontal siding, and then a lot of the houses have that reverse gable architecture, and they'll put like an almond shake up in there. That light green goes really well with the light yellow almond.
Yeah, with accent.
With some white trim. That's a real big. That's a real big one right now that I see a lot.
It seems like whatever you used to see at the beach, more people were bringing that.
Yeah, those colors.
Those colors more,
Yep.
up north.
Yeah, and especially how they do all the Pacific blue. There you go. How they do all the different accent colors. So you're not just putting blue all around your house. You're putting blue on the front, and then maybe some yellow on the side, or some red up in this gable, and they're
People
really
mix
really
it up.
splitting stuff up.
Yeah.
Putting some stone here.
They want choices, they want
They
options
do.
and everything.
Yeah, man.
That's right. Mixing stone with siding and brick with siding. And,
Yeah.
Yeah, definitely.
Some
what
asphalt
if someone-
shingles with some standing seam panel accent roofs.
What's standing seam panel? What's
Standing seam panel.
right.
It's actually we don't have any on this screen. Standing seam panel is just it's a metal panel that comes in various sizes. It's flat and has a rib over it that they use to. It's what we have on display out here. So
Okay. It's probably right under that picture. Standing seam.
yeah, you can see it in the background there.
Yeah, there you go.
There, boom.
Yes,
so that
that's a standing seam panel.
makes it look boom.
Those nice
So
black
that's
gutters.
All right.
Yeah.
So what are the claws you see at the bottom, like on steep roofs? Is that to keep the snow from all
That's
going?
yeah, yep, yeah. They're that's to keep the snow from falling down.
You guys put those up?
Oh yeah. That's I would call it a requirement when you're putting a standing seam metal roof on. Yeah. You want to put them on there because last thing you want to do is get hit by a frozen chunk of snow that falls 20 foot off of a roof, man. That's not fun. That'll go through your windshield.
Yeah.
That'll really hurt someone. So there's a responsibility involved when you're installing these things. So you want to make sure that you're keeping safety in mind, and it even goes back to where's the water going to go when it comes out of the downspout? Are you gonna? It might be okay to empty onto the walkway in the summertime, but that's going to be ice in the wintertime. No one wants to walk over a frozen sidewalk. So you got to think about what you're going to do with your materials, and that's where experience comes in.
How much has a regular level from a laser level changed your business? Do you guys use laser levels?
Our guys carry regular levels around. Yeah, we don't really do the laser level. That's more interior. A lot of we're on a site. We don't really have level surfaces to set a laser on. We're working in the mud. The siding guys are working in the mud. You don't really use a level on roofing. You use so
I don't know. I'll just
he said I'm a social media guy. I don't know.
So I don't know. But I'm good with the dumb questions.
No, and
Dumb question.
that's a legitimate question because if you see a guy out there putting on and he doesn't have a level, you should be questioning what's going on because your siding's going to be like this.
Okay. So because someone like me, I don't know, I'm like just put it up, right?
Yeah.
So at the end, but when I watch off the grid building, I watch all these. How'd you like that trucker thing I showed you? How cool was that on TikTok? That's the kind of stuff I follow.
Yeah.
It's amazing. But anyway, so you'll see these people building off the grid and stuff and using different materials. So it's important just to know what tools are important or not. We should do the tool section because I'd like to see what kind of tools you guys use.
Yeah.
Like every day. What's a good hammer? What's not a good hammer for a roofer?
And you know that's a big thing, man. You know, because if you go to the hammer section in Lowe's, you know, you think that, you know, it's a big hammer or a little hammer. You know, and a lot of people think it's, well, how strong are you?
Yeah.
You know, the strong guys get the big hammers.
Right.
You know, if you got puny arms, you get a little. That's not what it's about.
No.
You know, the small hammers are for finish carpenters. You know, that are smacking trim nails.
Yeah.
You got the big hammers for framing carpenters. You know, that sometimes have to knock studs into place.
Yeah.
You know, that take a little bit more weight behind it. They have waffle heads.
Yeah.
You know, to bang nails in through lots of layers of wood.
Yeah.
You don't want a waffle head on a hammer that you're going to be tapping.
What's a waffle hammer for? I've seen this. What are they
A
called?
waffle hammer, if you look on the head of the hammer that you hit, it's going to have lines on it. Okay,
Yeah, it's gonna
and
look like a
it's
waffle.
going to look like a waffle. And that's usually on framing hammers.
Yeah.
And that's on there that you don't skip off the nail.
Siding guys call them meat tenderizers.
Yes.
You're not going to want to use a framing hammer, especially a waffle head, for hanging siding all day. You know what I'm saying? Because
Thank you, David. Appreciate that.
You're putting in, you know, hundreds of nails throughout the course of the day. With a framer, most framers are using nail guns and stuff like that, and they need to drive longer nails, so they're not nailing quite as often
Right.
as a siding guy or a roofer would.
Yeah. And
You
a
know,
siding guy, you know, you're putting aluminum trim up.
Yeah,
Okay.
especially
If
that, yeah.
if that very final hit on that aluminum nail, that waffle head is going to leave a waffle print in that aluminum. So you want something that's smooth, and that you can be delicate with and more precise, that you're not going to dent the aluminum,
Yeah.
because aluminum is a tough but easy material to work with.
Absolutely.
You know, it does not hide anything. You know, you can't hide stuff with aluminum, so it dents easily. So you got to have a soft touch and something that you can control.
What about tape measures? And I'm not being funny. Mine's a circle, and it's a piece of like just you fold it out. It goes against 3 feet. You wind it back up, and you put it in your pocket.
Yeah.
It's a yarn or something. You ever seen them? It's a
Yeah.
tape measure. My wife has one in a case.
Yeah.
And you pull it out. It's a little case.
Yeah.
Then I've seen ones that are real big
Yeah.
with
Yeah.
locks on them. What's
Yeah.
all that about?
Well,
What kind of
I
tape measures
personally,
do you guys use? Are they big ones, little ones?
yeah, I carry a 35-foot tape.
35 feet. That
yeah.
means you can push it out 35 feet.
Not without it falling. Yeah,
Yeah, you can pull it out.
They usually have about a good tape measure. You should be able to extend about 10 to 13 feet before it falls over, and that's important sometimes, because sometimes, you know, I need to see a little bit out farther and see how long something is, without having to move a ladder.
Right.
You know, so you want that standout.
Yeah.
You know, nothing's worse than trying to get your tape measure out to something, and you're right about to get there to what you got to hook on, and it falls.
Yeah.
You know, you see that happen a lot, or if you're in windy circumstances, you probably deal with it a lot.
Yeah, especially with doing conduit. You know, if you got to run up a wall to try to get a measurement through conduit, you need something thick that's going to be able to,
Right.
it's going to give you an exact measurement.
Yes.
So do you ever use butter to run wire?
Butter run?
Do you ever use butter to run wire?
No.
So how come electricians don't like to use butter to run wire, but they make butter? Because I work for an electrician. He said, we're going to use a four-wheeler, and we're going to pull this wire. Oh, yeah, because we did a whole prison.
Yeah.
Big cables.
Yeah.
And he said, no butter.
Yeah.
No butter?
You know, I mean, is that real?
Like for like a
Yeah.
lubricant?
Yeah, I mean they make lubricant, actually wire lubricant you
Yeah,
can use.
they call it butter.
I mean, I use it when I need to, especially if we're pulling through PVC and it's long, the pipe's smaller, and if there's already wires in it, because
You
the
just don't
wires
want
are
it messy
burned.
when you go in there, is that why?
Yeah, it's
Yeah,
just,
so
you know,
if it burns and you lose some of that insulation.
oh yeah, especially on fire alarm, big no-no.
And
Big
sometimes if
no-no.
you're using video, I know personally, I only know this from experience, but if you're running video cables or Ethernet cables through wire, and that you don't have enough insulation and you're running it next to power wires,
Can't run it
you get
close.
interference,
Yes.
right? And then your wires, your
Stay 2 feet away from any high voltage in everything we run, because it's all low voltage, and it will interfere if you run it right on top of it. Like if you look in the ceiling, you see a trunk of cable. We stay away from that. We make our own path.
So it's good to ask
and that's the
questions.
difference between an experienced
Wow.
person
Yeah,
and
I was gonna
unexperienced.
say.
Someone that may not have the experience will say, "Oh, someone already cut the holes for me.
Yeah.
I can run right through there."
Yeah.
But there you
Seen
go.
it happen.
That he's going to make his own path, because that wire that he's going to run is not going
Right.
to be as effective.
Yeah, and especially with fire alarm, man, because it's so important. It's thin wire. It's not, it's 18 gauge, 14 gauge wire. If you're
What does
running
that
it,
mean?
It's
Very
18
yeah,
is
very
very
thin.
thin. It's
What would you compare it to?
speaker wire, and 18 gauge is close to that. It's thin, you know.
Spaghetti noodle.
Yeah, and it's less resist. There's less resistance in it, so you can run it a long distance. You know, if that gets wet, like if we use any kind of lubricant on it, and it doesn't dry, it can cause what they call a ground fault, and we could be looking forever for it.
Yeah.
You know, so there's like little precautions you have to be able to take to make sure that doesn't happen.
So
Yeah.
because you service your work, you make sure your installation
Absolutely.
is top notch.
Yes.
Yeah,
Twice,
man.
cut once.
I have looked,
Yeah.
man. I have looked for ground faults for days.
Yeah.
You said that's not going to happen to me. I'm
No.
going to make sure.
That's right.
Right,
Yeah.
but experience. That's why experience is important.
Yes.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Yeah, I believe it, man. I mean, we sometimes we run into issues where a siding guy will put a pump jack hole in our shingle. You know, you fill it with black caulk on a black shingle roof. Good luck.
Yeah.
Wait, what was
You know,
that?
siding guys use pump jacks, and at the top of the pump jacks, and a pump jack, if someone doesn't know what that is,
No.
it's two poles that they put up on either side of the house,
Scaffold.
and there's a work platform that they can pump with a foot that raises them up.
Yep.
That way they can put the siding on. They don't use ladders.
It's a type of scaffolding.
Yeah, it's called a pump jack.
And
It's
what,
a type
at
of
the top of
scaffolding.
it, they have these braces. And in theory, they're supposed to lift their shingles up and stick their brace underneath the shingle.
Yeah, and they
fasten
nail
it.
the brace to the roof. That way it doesn't
Yeah,
fall.
Exactly.
Well, sometimes in the wintertime especially, you can't get that shingle up. Okay, so they'll just nail it through the top,
Yeah.
and then put some black caulk on it. Well, black caulk sometimes, if you're not using the right stuff, sun beats on it, it cracks,
Yeah.
it allows water to come in there. Okay, that's a roofer's nightmare because you can look for days. And
Because
days.
it won't even leak in that area. It'll leak
Right.
somewhere further
It'll
down.
run. It'll run down the framing.
How do you find leaks?
You
is that
start
like
at the leak.
old tire and you put soap on it. Is it
No,
like,
you start at the leak. Well, if you have good experience, man, my guys are usually pretty good.
Yeah.
There's not many situations that we run into that we have not seen before. So we have things when I send my guys up on the roof, they have things that they go to first. If it's near, if the leak is near the edge of the house, first thing we're looking for is pump jack holes. That's the very first thing we're looking
Yes.
for. If it's near the peak of a roof, we're going to look at the ridge vent. If you have different angle changes in your roof, we're going to look at that spot to see if it was flashed properly. If it's dead set in the middle of the roof and there's a plumbing vent that's near there,
Yeah.
we're going to check your pipe
Yeah,
boots.
if it's in the bathroom or master bedroom
man.
or the hallway like that, we
Yeah.
know it's usually a vent or...
How about that? The day that we had the Christmas our Christmas party, me, you, and Bob on that roof in Regents Glen.
Yes.
They had a leak in the middle of their room.
Yeah,
Me and Bob and Ty tore off a 6 foot by 6 foot area,
exactly.
and
Yeah.
in the middle of winter on the day of our Christmas party.
Yes.
Turns out this leak had traveled about 6 foot down the rafters and over
Yeah.
to the spot. I mean,
Yeah,
we were tearing off at that spot because we couldn't find it. Here, it's 6 foot up the thing, and it's pump jack holes.
Where
You
it was
know,
coming through, yeah.
a little tiny
Somehow
pinhole. What's
it was
going on,
getting
guys? How you doing?
underneath the shingle.
How you guys doing?
You guys got any shout outs you want to do? You want to shout your business out or anything? No? Okay.
Okay.
Awesome.
You guys aren't going to go and say hi? Come on, man. You don't have Facebook TV?
Yeah, so I mean,
I like this.
our roof is leaking.
Are you in business?
Well, it's a good thing that you know a roofer. Are you being serious that the roof's leaking?
Anyway, good to
It's
see
probably
you.
not even raining out, is it? Bob Stauffer's watching. Whoa, he's been on my all week.
I know. He just watched my Tar Heels beat up on Syracuse live.
Hey Ashley, hey Tom, how you guys doing?
Yeah, Tom.
Thanks for checking in.
Good to see you. And Helen, Donna, Tracy, good to see you.
Yeah. Yeah. So I mean, all that stuff. It's vital. It's vital to have experience. You know, a lot of those situations. You know, my guys. There's not many situations that we haven't seen.
Just giving you a heck.
I fixed that a long time ago. She's saying our roof leaked. We had a caulking that failed on our ridge vent. You know, that's why it's important to go up and check your.
Her Christmas present.
Yep.
Okay. I thought she meant right now. Or
Yeah, no,
Okay.
no. We
Shout
had a
out
roof
to
leak.
everyone that comes on to do a pick with TC Backer. That was the K9 today.
Yeah.
This guy's been he's been working
Still-
hard
Yeah.
all week, man. He's been taking that dog around. looking for bombs. It's the type of world that we live in nowadays. You know, you get big concentrations of people. You got to have K9 units looking for bombs.
They were so nice. They're so helpful. They love the shout out.
Yeah.
You guys do a nice job. You guys do a nice job of letting people come shop. Most companies are like, we can't.
It's
do that.
doing it
You guys
again.
Understand.
Yeah.
I'll fix it.
I appreciate the opportunity, man. You guys, it means a lot. It really does. I appreciate it very much.
We enjoy you coming on and being transparent with us, man. Hopefully someone's going to watch this video at some point in time and is going to be able to take advantage, you know, of the life system that you guys have.
Jim Rose won't get on the guy in the middle there next to Shane. He has his race car up here.
Yeah, he's the race car driver.
Yeah, he runs our Delaware division, our new construction and remodeling down there. He got us our first safety award ever of the history of not just TC Backer Construction, but K-Hoff Homes as well. The first roofing contractor to ever get a safety award.
And that's huge, man. That's huge for a national builder to tell us that we're the very first roofing company that's ever won the safety award for them.
Yeah,
that's
awesome.
It's almost
big,
impossible.
man. That's big.
Yeah, so I'm wondering who he paid off. But no, I'm just kidding. No, Jim works hard. He's on every single job site, every single day down there. His supervision is top notch. He's a good craftsman himself. He has worked for us for a long time. He was a subcontractor for us at first. Him and his family worked together. I guess Jim was ready to get out of the rat race, and he came to work for us full time. And I don't even know, 4, 5, 6 years ago, has ran the division for us and has just done a phenomenal job down there. We have grown substantially down there because of Jim. Jim is just, killed it down there. You know, we do many different new homes down there. We do work for Evergreen, Gemcraft, K-Hoff, LC Homes,
Evergreen,
and then on top of that, he's down there selling jobs as far
private
as
jobs too.
That's what I mean.
Yeah,
private
dude.
Jobs.
I mean, he was just telling me a story. He's like, there's some times that I'll come up to see you guys on Friday because he comes up and gets our check, and he'll come up and he'll be like, hey, Ty, by the way, we got this job. It's already done. Here's the money.
Yeah.
He sold the job, did the job, and brought the income in, and we didn't even know it.
Yeah.
You know,
What a
he's
great
just
guy. Him and his wife are amazing.
They are amazing.
Family, just amazing people.
and I mean, and that kind of stuff. I mean, that's getting us work in Maryland.
Yeah,
you know, it's because of the work that he's doing for K-Hoff Homes in Delaware. We're landing jobs in Maryland that I'm taking over.
Yeah.
Like
He's going 160 miles an hour around corners. 160 miles an hour.
Yeah, literally.
No,
Sideways.
That's
Literally.
That's Mr. 200
Sideways around corners.
Yeah.
160 miles an hour.
Yeah,
That's
man.
right.
Right.
Yeah.
In his flea market special. Those are
And his flea market
Thank
special.
you, David.
beautiful.
Right.
Thank you, David.
Man,
Thank you.
talk about amazing car. That's the one he goes 160 miles. That one isn't here. I guess it's racing or something.
Yeah.
But that one does 110 miles an hour. Around
Yeah.
corners.
Yeah.
And him and his family do all of it.
Yeah.
And he's selling that one at the end of the year and getting another
Yep.
one.
Yeah,
So
man.
amazing.
Yeah.
And then he does all that. How?
Yeah. I don't know how he does it. And he's winning races. I got trophies as tall as I am at the shop.
Him and his wife are amazing.
Yep.
Great. Shout
They
out
are.
to you all. Glad
They
to
are.
have you.
Yep.
Glad to be here. Glad to meet you today. See you in person. The legend, the myth.
That's right.
It's eerily quiet in here right now.
Yeah.
Isn't it? It's like we're like the only
Everybody
people
is.
here.
This is literally where everybody is.
Yeah.
You know, it always
Deer Creek
amazes me-
Winery's still in the house.
That's right.
It amazes me that people are scared.
You guys
of
want to
this.
come shout out Deer Creek?
Come on
No?
over.
Step up.
Yeah.
Here's the thing.
I'll step in.
My wife's going to get a bottle of your wine tonight and she don't even know it.
Yeah. She does.
She does now, probably. She's probably still watching.
You got to go that way.
I'll go this way.
We had a nice chat. We'll have him in.
Hey, Victor, thanks for coming on, buddy.
Yeah.
We appreciate you always supporting us.
Appreciate that.
You're a constant watcher, man, constant sharer.
Thanks for your support, buddy.
Absolutely, man. That's what we do for each other.
That's right.
Yeah.
Yep.
Shane's his new attention.
Yeah.
I love you, man.
Come on in here, Deer Creek. What's your name, buddy?
James.
James?
Nice to meet you, brother.
Nice to meet
I know you guys have been doing good over there, man.
we just
Lots of business. Hey, man, I want to thank you for picking that spot.
Yeah, no
Yeah.
problem.
You know, you guys have
didn't
helped
think-
bring all the people to us. So
He's awesome. First of all, Deer Creek, they're about 3 hours away.
Yep,
Wow.
3.5 hours.
Yep, about 3.5 hours away. Small, family run, just like everything we're talking about.
Yeah.
That's what Deer Creek is.
No,
we
that's
have
awesome,
lunch
dude.
together.
Yeah.
So,
Oh, awesome. Okay.
So, but I was just sitting there. He came in, just like, hey.
Yeah.
So tell him, man, you're awesome. Like, tell him about, I mean, because what you guys do it's not the wine, it's the people behind the wine that makes you all awesome.
Right.
Seriously.
Yeah.
Definitely. I don't really know too much. I've only just started about a month in, so I can tell you about a little bit about the wine, not super that much.
Tell about the farm and the wine and everything, the environment.
Well, there's not really much of a farm. It's in Shippensville, PA. It's just a little winery. Got a little thing in the back. There's a inn there. It has 8 rooms. It's all connected, so you could go out. They have live music sometimes, different events.
Okay.
If you didn't want to be a part of the event, and you're in the inn, you could just have them bring your food to them. It's really cool. We have a bunch of wines.
You get food?
Yeah, it's really good food.
Wow,
that's
always
awesome.
looking for a nice little country place to
Yeah,
go to an inn and have.
Yeah.
So is the food good?
Yes, it's really good.
And what's
Is it
the name
do
of
they
the
have a good
town?
chef?
Town is Shippensville. If you
Shippensville.
know where Clarion is, it's
Okay,
about 7 miles west.
So
Okay.
if you know Clarion, you know that Clarion has a prison, and that's the county.
Yeah.
As a
You would know that.
I actually did not know. I didn't know Clarion had a prison in Clarion.
I think
He said, I'm from Clarion, and I didn't even know they had a prison.
No, I'm not from Clarion. I live about 30 minutes away from the actual winery myself.
My wife loves and sip different wines. She has them big hats with the big glasses.
Yeah.
She likes to go out and drink the wines and eat
many
eat the cheese.
There's 8 rooms. I assume probably like two to a room, maybe.
Yeah.
I don't know too much about the inn. This is all I've really done is the festival stuff, so I don't know the details about
So
that.
how did you find out about Deer Creek? I know it's your dad.
My dad works here. He was like, hey, we're looking. I like on the 31st of the beginning of the year. Actually, I lost my job and I had a no job for a month. And he told me they were looking for people to do festivals, so I'm like, I'll try it. Why
Yeah.
not?
Yeah.
Like, it gets the job.
Yeah, what's your best-selling wine?
Best-selling wine is probably our Angry Antler. We're almost out of it.
Is
at
that
this
a sweet
point.
wine?
Yes.
All right, will you save me a bottle?
I don't know. I don't think we can do that. If you went and bought it right now.
No, I want it. I want it when I'm done here. I just don't want to
Oh,
get up
then
from the shelf.
yeah, we
and
could
so-
probably do that. I can let them know.
Yeah.
All right.
So what do
Hey,
you
what's
like?
going on, man?
Hey,
Happy you put us in the photo.
Yeah. There you go.
there you go.
I got
Or
the
you
special
put our
treatment.
signs in the video.
We put your sign. We have this.
Yeah.
Let me ask you a question. What do you
What's the
like to do? Like if I said I don't want you to worry about anything, but what you love to do? Would it be electronics? Would it be people? Would it be math? What
Video
would it be?
games.
Video games.
Video games?
Not gonna lie, there'd be
All right.
video games.
Yeah.
All right, so
And people used to look down on that.
Definitely.
But there's actually Olympic events now
Yep,
for video game
esports.
players.
Yes, there
I
is.
used to get Madden football. Most people
Yeah.
don't know this. But I
Yeah.
used to go to
What's
Madden
up, Shane?
tournaments.
What's up, man?
That was me.
I'm a Madden guy, bro.
Yeah.
Undefeated, triple champ. We used to go in Madden. We had standing room only. You got to
Yeah.
sit here and go to Philly.
Yeah.
And you'd have your badge on. And
Right.
you'd have like 10 people behind you playing video. That was when
Right.
it first
Yeah.
Yeah, that's crazy.
But,
Yeah.
cool. So
No, that's awesome, man. That's
I'm
awesome.
gonna head back over there, get
Yeah.
him his one.
Yeah, I'll be
security
over to
done.
buy that, man.
All right, I'll let them know.
Awesome.
meet
Thank you,
you.
buddy.
Yep, no problem.
Hey, if you got a Facebook, man, hop on our Facebook page. Please give us a like
Yeah.
and tune in on our weekly shows, okay?
Yeah.
Thank you.
Hey, Matt, Mindy, thanks for tuning
You know
in.
what? You want to come say hi? We shout out your business. You know, everybody's on one. What's everybody on? Come on. Are they really?
Yeah.
You don't want me to bust you. Everybody's on here. You don't want me to bust it. But anyway, so if you're a business and you have a chance to tell people about your business, either you don't like it, you like it. If you like it, tell people about your business.
Yeah.
Come say hi. Are you your business or you?
Both.
Okay. How long have you been doing it?
12 years.
Okay. So you know how hard it
He's
is.
got your bottle over there. See? You're good to go.
Hey, there it is.
Yeah.
That's the right color, I think, too. She likes wine that's colored.
Yeah.
That looks like a good color.
Yeah.
She's really going to like this green juice that I'm going to bring her home. That pickle juice, man.
Good.
My belly's still a little warm from the sample I had earlier.
You think it'll make up for the roof leak?
It's going to have to.
It's gonna happen. For now, right?
For now. I'm putting a new roof on this summer, so
There you go.
I'm going to put a new HDZ shingle
I was
roof
gonna
on there,
say,
man.
Gotta go with the
Yeah.
HDZ.
What's up, George?
Good to see you, brother. George actually's giving us some work to bid on. They're getting ready to
Yeah.
build a house.
Yeah, he actually just friend requested me today.
So what are you guys doing?
He's a good dude,
CC
man.
back or is a window siding, doors, and gutters?
Yeah.
Yeah.
But they saw
Yeah.
the future being that everybody's
Rachel,
on their phone.
thanks for checking in.
So they're
What
on
time is it?
7:52, man.
Gosh,
7:52.
we should probably get ready to
Yeah,
wrap
we
this
should probably about wrap this thing up.
So you can follow us.
Thanks, everyone, for tuning in.
Yeah.
We're going to be out here one more day tomorrow,
If you want,
10 a.m. to 6 p.m. It's the final day.
or something.
We'll have guys out here again.
Yeah. So if you didn't get a chance to come out here, you got all day tomorrow to come on out. We'll be out here all day tomorrow. They got good food. There's wines. There's what was over there?
Yeah, there's
some sort of distillery.
Yeah, that's where I got that pickle thing. They have all different kinds of flavors. That's a local Harrisburg distillery.
Yeah.
They have the JP Winery, Deer Creek Winery. I don't remember what the name of the other one is, but there's all kinds of stuff
The
out here.
milkshake stand.
The milkshake stand.
Dude, you can't forget about the milkshake. So
Come out and get chocolate wasted. I got chocolate wasted twice today, and I'm probably gonna. If it's open on my way out, I might get chocolate wasted on the way home.
There you go. Me too. That's a good idea, actually. I might do the same thing myself. But yeah, Vic, thanks for Vic coming on, and Tina come out today.
You guys having us.
Yeah, it was awesome.
Yep.
Awesome.
Yep.
But
Yeah.
remember, guys, share the page. Catch us again tomorrow, and then our Behind the Tool Belt official episodes Wednesdays at 7 p.m. So we'll see everyone then. Like the page, share the page, start watch parties. Thanks for tuning in, everyone. We'll see you tomorrow.